Hey, boys and girls. Soul Geosu first.
Oh, hi, everyone.
How you guys doing?
We're back.
Oh my gosh, to the regularly scheduled program.
We're back with your regularly scheduled keeping.
I know, right?
That's a word that I just made up.
So today we have like a bunch of news.
Ooh.
What up,
I
Iowa?
like news.
Well, not news, but arrivals.
Iowa. Hi, friends.
We have arrivals. How about
We have
that?
mail call.
We have mail call, but I might kind of. Well, I'll get to it all in a minute. I will say, like, there are bonuses. There are advantages and disadvantages to being in California. Like mostly.
Oh, really?
Like mostly, there's the weather. The weather is typically very good. That's the end of the list for advantages. No, we have terrain, so there's pretty landscapes.
This is
when
true.
they're not on fire.
Yes.
That's the end of the list.
When you can see it. Hey, you have you know.
I'm not hating
ports,
it. I like some of these
shopping
things.
and the movies are there.
Too cold for you
This is
in the
good
G-Town.
food.
No. See, it wasn't. I liked the weather there way more than where I'm at right now.
It rained a bunch though while you were here, unfortunately. But you like
Yeah.
the rain.
The rain was good.
I think you get like one day of rain there a year or something.
Pâtisserie juice box.
The juice box.
There
Bonsoir. Or whatever time it is over there by you.
there are some advantage. Like, it is pretty, right? There is really cool landscape here. I'm not gonna lie. They're really.
Yeah, you guys kind of won on that for diversity of landscapes.
Yeah, like you got all sorts of like really cool things here. You're in Nevada. Okay.
You're in Nevada. Okay.
Nevada.
Why
Yeah.
did I think you were in France?
I think the terrain in California is nicer than Nevada overall, but Nevada is kind of weirdly cool. I don't know how to. Like, it's still really hot in a lot of Nevada, which is still a bummer for me because I liked it. I like the cold.
Never been to Nevada. Does it still get really humid there?
Nevada is literally the driest state in the union.
Got it.
Neflins, what's up, man?
Niflins, hi friend.
Yeah,
to see everybody.
Nevada's the driest state, and then I think Utah after that, then maybe Arizona. Either way, yeah, there's not a lot of water in Nevada. But I mean, where I'm at in California is super not humid as well, and most of California is not that humid. What up, Liquid Sky Design? Oh man.
Hello.
So while it's nice to be back at my home,
Did you get a bunch of sun today?
I did. Do I look like I got a bunch of sun?
You look like you're burnt.
Oh, I'm definitely not burned.
Like
But-
crispy. Iowa, thank
No,
you so
I'm
much
not.
for the sub.
I think that's just a channel. Iowa, thank you so much for a sub.
It
Yeah.
might be the lighting.
Yeah, it might be.
You look really, really red.
I am
Like
a little bit.
I have a legitimate concern. Like,
No.
do I
I'm
need to send you some aloe?
I'm definitely not burned. But it could be the lighting. Like, I had to reset up cameras and stuff when I got here, right?
No,
So
that's true.
no, so I was in the sun a bunch. Like, I had like a really long work day, and then there's a really cool site that some of my coworkers wanted to see on the way back from where we had to go, and I was like, okay, cool. And it was like all outside, so for like 20 minutes I was just like in the sun, which doesn't sound crazy where you're at, but 20 minutes in the sun with no sunscreen on and no hat or anything covering you is actually quite a bit of sun exposure here, because we're also at elevation. So elevation plus ruthless desert sun equals, hey, your mic is hot, hitting
Dang
the
it.
keys all the time.
How is it that I'm typing on silence and it's still getting picked up?
Well, now your keystrokes just sound like a wet fart, so I'm told.
Well, that's terrible.
That's what Osiris calls silence, right? Or says they sound like. He's not like 100% wrong. Hey, look at this cool chapstick thing that I have.
Well, look at that.
It's pretty cool.
Davis, hi friend.
What up, Davis?
Long time no see.
Look at this cool chapsticky thing that like a friend of mine made.
That's a pretty cool friend.
Yeah. I wonder if her name could possibly be Tiny Shiny Crumb.
I wonder. 'Tis a mystery. We're never gonna know. There's no way to find out.
Oh no. Anyway. All right. I want to keep this close.
It's not soap, Iowa. That particular one isn't soap. But
Soap. Yeah.
It's
No.
It was my attempt at at a replica of Burt's Bees.
It's pretty good. It's not Burt's Bees, but it is pretty good. But it's not Burt's Bees because it doesn't have the exact same flavor.
Davis, we missed you too. We had a
thank
stream
you.
where on Tuesday
Wednesday.
from was it Wednesday? Oh yeah, that's right, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Sorry, my days are all messed up.
we totally
It was scuffy.
it wasn't scuffy. There was nothing scuffed about the stream. Stream was fine.
You say those words.
Well, look, just because I didn't have the desoldering gun of doom and I had to remove the controller from your milk.
Guys, he had to use a normal solder sucker, not the bougie one.
No, I didn't even. Okay, you have a bad solder sucker. It's like not even.
Oh yeah, I think it
It's
costs
not even.
50 cents. Like,
It's not
the
even
shittiest
as
solder
good
sucker
as
in
like
world.
the good hand pump solder sucker that most people roll with.
No.
It's pretty bad, but we got it to work. Anyway,
Your soldering setup is like the high end of hobby. Mine is like the stuff you scrape off the cracks in the
My
bottom
stuff-
of the barrel.
my stuff is definitely mid-range. Yours is amateur, and then
No.
there's
It's
like
Less
then there's
than
like
amateur.
between where your stuff is and then where my stuff is, which is mid-range, there's like
There's a
this
very
this
wide
entry
range.
level. There's what we call entry level.
Right.
Um
Mine
I'm
is
not
like,
even-
you should probably put that down because you shouldn't be playing with terribly dangerous things like that.
oh no, you broke your SO2.
Oh no.
So sad. Sorry.
Super boo.
I'm gonna have to order an SSO2 just to have one to put in my solder kit. Anyway, 296 boards isn't too bad. I mean, it's pretty expensive for 290. Let me break down the cost thing, right? So your SSO2 is like 30 bucks, maybe? Is that about what they cost? That sounds like what they cost. This bad boy is gonna run you like 280. Say 280. For Hacko
Maybe
FR301.
if you use like
But
a
I
discount
have
code or something.
abused it by leaving it on for a week, and I have left it, and I have desoldered
Oh,
I don't know.
Davis harvested some Zelios.
many dozens, probably I'm gonna say 80 boards with it.
Look,
like
this
a
guy says I have a
champ.
301, which I love, but the SSO2 has a special place in my heart.
And that's cool. I need to get one. Like, so I have a portable like kit of electronics to bring for soldering and desoldering and whatever. And I just
Travel
need
soldering,
to I need
it's a
to add
thing.
that. I need to add that to the list of stuff in there. Anyway, it's like your prepper solder kit, right? Like your bug out solder bag. super dumb.
It's the super portable bug out soldering, for all
Yeah.
of those
For all
on the go
those-
keep jobs.
It's for all those solder apocalypses.
Right, for all the end of the world keyboard soldering.
Yeah. More for like when I travel for work. So I have it in a hotel and I can
Right.
bring the rest of it. Anyway.
Or cruise time.
Yes, definitely it will go on the cruise time. Cruise time. I can't wait for that to come back. Oh boy, can I not. Racing Giraffe, what's up?
Hi, Racing Giraffe.
1010.
1010 asks, did you ever get your Tesla system approved?
So Tesla
We
still
are
has
waiting with bated breath.
Tesla still hasn't submitted the final set to Southern California Edison, which is my power company, for approval. So it cannot possibly be approved. Like Tesla lags. Basically, when I talked to Southern California Edison, they said it'll be about about 11 days from when they get the package to when it's done. Like they said, that's a pretty good nominal estimate. Anyway, I think there's a few of you guys in here now. There's a few of you. I think we are going to have to. Yeah, Tesla says like 8 weeks, right? Because it just takes them for effing ever to get their shit together. But it doesn't matter. I'm just operating it unapproved. Like straight up, it's on and the grid is off and everything works fine.
Are you
Edison
still paying for regular power though, or?
Yeah. So like at night, we'll disconnect the solar system. The batteries don't need approval to be used. Yes, I am completely off the grid frequently, like daily. Like if the batteries don't charge up all the way, then at night I will disconnect the solar system because it's not going to make power then anyway, and I'll reattach the grid power. And then when the batteries get down to a certain state of charge, it'll start to draw off the grid, but during a time where power is cheaper anyway. And then in the morning, I will flick back over to just the batteries by disconnecting the grid main circuit breaker to my house. And then I'll turn the solar back on. So the agreement that you sign with the power company says you will not operate your system in parallel with theirs, right? So electrically in parallel. Yeah, so I'm manually disconnecting. I mean, the Tesla system doesn't know. It just thinks, hey, the grid power's out. I should do the thing I'm supposed to do. I mean, the power company does not want me to do what I'm doing for sure. Like, but it doesn't break the agreement that they signed, that I signed with them. So I'm within those bounds. I've done that recently because I don't want my power bill to be stupid. And it isn't.
Ozzy, hi friend.
What up, Ozzy? Okay, so
my fellow pun maker.
You guys are so funny. All right, so there's some people around
He's
now.
an excellent pun
So
maker.
let's do the mail call. Maybe.
Ooh,
You want to do mail
mail
call?
call.
Mail call. Mail call. Mail call. Mail call. Yeah, we need to come up with a better song than that.
Yeah,
I think.
it's better.
Okay, so
We need to go back to the drawing board on that one. That was terrible.
yeah, that one was scuffy.
A little scuffed.
Ugh.
Gotta say,
Okay.
we're not in Scuffy land anymore. We're in premium, high quality content land here.
Exceptional. Yeah, my
Meow.
chickens made eggs. That's not going to be in the mail call, but they did.
I want to see the. Oh, I want to see the egg. I'm such a dork. Like I want to see it.
All right, so we're gonna
Because you
go.
said they're smaller, right? Than,
We're gonna go to here.
Regular
They're
chickens.
a little small, yeah, but they're young. They're young chickens.
They're babies.
Chickens
Baby
stink.
chicks.
I mean, I guess if you
They
like
can if you
crawl all up in their area and like sniff real hard, it's smelly. But if you keep it clean, they're not that smelly. Dang, flux. That's flux residue. What the flux? That's annoying. That's lead, probably. Anyway, we should get some clicky switches and make a beat out of them, Patissi Juice Box. Okay, so
Beatboxing
Pat,
with clickies.
the corn that we're going to be rebuilding does have MX Blues in it, and we built it on this stream. And the customer promptly ripped off one of the controller, one of the Pro micro USB ports. Okay, so I got this package back from. Oh, you didn't have to send that. So this is from Stash Keyboards.
Ooh.
We should get some stupid customers, yeah. So, oh, stupid customers. What do you mean? Oh, MX Blues? No, he's not stupid. It's just what he wanted. Preference. I don't like MX Blues though either. So Stash.
Hashtag preference.
So Stash rebuilt my J01. I don't know if you guys know that.
Stashy stash.
I sent it to him to rebuild. He wanted to play with it. I wanted to rebuild it. Could I rebuild it on my stream? Sure. But would it take me forever to get around to it? Oh yeah. So I had him rebuild it. Oh look, my stabs are still on there. Cool. So he sent me the original plate and PCB. I had him rebuild it ISO as an ode to Jay.
Aww.
So mine is now ISO. So there's the pen rail weight. Boop. Apparently one of the switches, one of the what's it called are missing.
I mean, 1010, it's English, like England English, so it's like a totally different language. So maybe it means something different. I'm kidding, obviously.
What are we talking about?
1010 said, sure, I'm not sure I would name a keyboard a jack off.
Oh.
Or jack off one.
Probably don't tell Jay about that.
Yeah.
It's not J. Oh, it's J.
Jay's a sweetheart.
It's J0.
J. Yeah, it's J01.
O isn't zero. Unless he was trying to be a cheeky fuck. In which case, I guess it could be the jack off one, and he just pulled it over all of our. Yeah, that would be a dick move,
Ozzy
wouldn't it?
says there should be an Aussie layout. Not sure what that would have though. Maybe upside down.
Yeah.
It would be really
down.
springy, like
down.
the kangaroos.
Oh, like the ruse?
Yeah.
I see what you did
Like
there.
it comes with hydraulics on the bottom, so every time you type, it's just boing.
I see what you did there. So Stash rebuilt this bad boy. Oh, there's lube.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Okay, so
Where
I had him lube and fill some alpacas, and I had him do his lube job on the stabs, because I wanted it built his way, and I had him do ISO, and because this board needs to be ISO.
I feel like that's a good choice.
I can't wait to put keycaps on it and feel this. But we are not gonna. That's not what this stream is
gonna
about.
go on there?
I don't know. Before it was
How do you...
rolling waves, because why not? I don't know what it'll get now. What is ISO?
What is ISO? ISO.
So
really?
ISO is like, okay. So you see this switch right here, right? This is 1.5U right here. And then this is 2.25U enter. This is a bad example because they're staggered rows, but normally the enter would be aligned with that. So you have like this 1.5 and then 2.25. Well, in ISO, you have the 1.5 up here, and then you have 1U. Like, so it's that little L-shaped deal. Do I need to get an ISO enter and show you?
I think you should.
I'll tell you what. I will show you the ISO enter when I show you another mail call item. The next mail call item. The muffled machine
gun sound. Is that... Wait, is this? Like, is this what you're hearing, Ozzy?
What? I'm gonna hit pause.
I just went...
Stop
that's me
for a
typing.
second. Yeah, I don't hear it. Do you guys hear it when I'm talking? Now you talk.
Now I talk? Can you guys hear it when I'm talking?
There is a little bit of background sound in TSC's setup. Yeah.
I have a fan right there. I can by my door. If you guys saw the last stream, you kind of saw my office setup. I can move that. I'll do that. I'll be right back.
I was gonna say I pride myself in my audio setup. Anyway, yeah, when TSC talks, yeah, and that's input noise on the mic. Anyway, okay, so ISO enter. So we'll talk about ISO enter for you 1010 in a minute. Yeah, I could hear it.
Okay.
I hear it too, but
now.
No, I don't.
Okay, cool. I just moved the fan out.
I actually do your gate settings. Your gate settings are closing too sharply, so they hear the background sound and it doesn't fade out fast enough. So the attack time can be changed and the release time.
Well,
but we'll play with that later. We will play with that later. That's not an on-stream kind of tweak.
So
I didn't eat it, Epsilon.
Giraffe.
I need to cook it. I actually got 2, but the next one was cracked, and I didn't check today, so we'll find out if there's more. So I have at least one of my 4 is laying eggs now.
Ozzy, you could get that. Why can't I never remember the name of the pet? The Illuminati one that's just for a single ISO key.
It's called the ISO. Anyway, okay, so check it out. We've got more.
Smart ass.
Look at what I got. While I was gone, almost immediately after I left, by the way.
Of course.
That's what we got. Look at that. 3 Olivia sets.
Holy cow.
2 of the regular base kit and a dark
pad too?
single dark. Yeah, I did, but that came in like a really long time ago. So we're gonna set this off to the side, but we also got all this.
Yes, a little, just a little flexy, and honestly, I'm okay with it.
So we got this. Yeah, so this set looks spectacular in real life. I didn't like it under camera. I didn't like its renders, and I didn't like what it looked like on camera when I saw pictures of it. I didn't, being straight up honest, didn't like almost anything about it, but in person, it's crazy beautiful. So there's that. So this has the white space bars, which is kind of nice. That's by the way, the only reason I ever buy this kit, the one with all the 40s support, is literally because I want these, the off color space bars for Alice layout. That should really be included in the space bars kit. IMO. Like, make the 40s kit people buy the space bars kit. Don't make the space bars kit wanting people buy the 40s stuff. I'm guessing there's way more people that want the space bars. Anyway, so then hi. This is ISO 1010. This is an ISO enter. And you were asking, what's ISO? That's the ISO. So you can see how ISO fits differently than the single row 2.25U enter. It takes up both of this area, and then you get one extra 1U keycap. So 1.25U, 1.5U, and then you get 1U because this is 2.25Us. And then of course the space bar. Hi, isn't the hi pronounced he? It is, but I don't care because it says hi, so I say hi. Because
hi.
Because I wanna. But you are technically correct, and technically is the only kind of correct. I'm wrong on purpose, I guess, on this one, to be defiant, because isn't this just like a slightly more feminine cafe? Isn't that
just, I mean,
oof, shots fired.
I
Shots
don't
fired,
know,
boys and
man.
girls.
Hi, Epsilon.
All right.
I don't know. I think this is just, it's really close to SA Bliss, honestly.
Ooh, it's just the GMK version of Bliss.
It's just the GMK version of Bliss.
All right, so we showed off like
Shots,
pretty much
hearts ultimately. I am being
well,
silly.
and Olivia.
I'm
just kind of being joke.
And Olivia. I'm
just
not
kinda
trying to be
being
shady.
No. I mean, I can't wait for SA Bliss sculpted. Actually, seems really cool. Anyway.
I am actually very, very.
Anyway, so check this out. So
wanting
check this
to buy
out.
That.
I kind of went in ascending order of coolness. Now, JO1 is cool AF, but we built that board here before. I'm really happy that Stash built it, which is why it's exciting to me. But Olivia, all jokes aside, that is a beautiful set. I am very happy to have GMK Olivia now. ×3 apparently. But it's really ×2 and then a dark version. But this, notice I tried to not allow myself to be completely doxxed by tearing the shit out of the label, and I succeeded, but I also you know, whatever. So this.
What did you do to that box?
It's actually not really messed up. It just color difference. Anyway.
I see.
But this is something I have been waiting quite a while for. Quite a while. He went to war with that box, right? It was so much harder than you'd think to get that label off. All right. What is that you just... Oh, those are bombs. Those are happy bombs.
Those are shots fired.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Shocks fired?
Ozzy, he rubbed shocks fired.
No.
He rubbed himself against it too much. Oh my. Is this satisfaction? Oh my.
No, it's not satisfaction, but satisfaction is pretty satisfying. This,
Davis, it is very similar to Bliss.
this, my friend,
Ooh.
is Chimera. And look at this awesomeness. Upas sends a freaking 2.5 millimeter deep socketed narrow, like
Wow.
so good.
That is pretty amazing that you would send that along, because I guess it's not a very common thing.
It's easy to scratch. Like if you have the notch set, you don't have the correct bit to build this.
Oh
And
dear.
a lot of people have that.
And that's a pretty popular set.
So I will say there are a couple noticeable blemishes on the weight. They're not super big, but I can show them to you guys under microvision. Because I'm back. I'm back, Birches.
Microvision is back.
And I have microvision here.
Microvision.
All right. So check it out. I'm gonna
Please put
cover
not
this.
safe for work tag.
Yeah, right. Sorry, boys. Sorry, girls. Sorry, everyone else. I sometimes we're just not safe for work here. And the whole stream is labeled as
okay.
such. And the whole stream is labeled as such.
Time.
So we will go microvision.
We need a like transition or a stinger just for that.
A special stinger for microvision.
Yeah, special stinger for
Whoa,
microvision,
this
because
thing does
microvision is
not
special.
like the colors.
Micro green screen.
So a lot of this is not yet. It's like trying to auto white balance to that red, and it does not like it. So maybe it's nitpicky, but let me pull up a spudger so it's plastic and not harmful. So like that is very noticeable with the naked eye. That's a little bit, but that is really noticeable. There's another one, like right. That's noticeable. That some of that machining marks right there that didn't anno well. That's noticeable. As is that little chip right there.
Can you? It's a little hard to see. Is there any way you can tilt it just a little bit so you
Tilt
can
it
see
like
that?
this.
Yeah, maybe.
Tilty.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little better. Cause yeah, that you can see it. Wow. You can really see how it kind of got ground in there.
It's chatter
Or it's
on a tool. Maybe the tooling wasn't that sharp or whatever. But it also looks like that happened like after anno. Or the anno didn't happen there. So I will say, this board was not cheap. This is what I want to do. So this board was not inexpensive. In fact, I have to look it up, but I believe, hold on. I folded this up in advance. So that's the total. That's the total.
damn, Gina.
Before shipping, $475. So I will say, if this were brutal, or if this were wrecked, right? I wouldn't have said a word about that, because those were budget boards. But this is not a budget board, and I will say, it seems silly to show you under microscope, and it's hard to show you well under regular camera, but in real life you pick it up easy. So we'll try and give you guys like a pretty normal, a more normalized view of it, right? So if you see that upper area right there, that's pretty noticeable. Like, it's a blem. You can see that edge is a little bit more silver, and so is that right there, just a little bit. You can kind of see right there, if I hold it at the right angle, that it is. Anyway,
I mean, that still looks really good though with all that, with the engraving.
yeah, I'm not bitching about it. The logo, the emblem looks amazing, actually.
It really does.
And that's the only place I can see significant blems. Like, I don't see blems in other locations. And that's on
Ozzy's asking when
that's
the
on the
GB was
underside
for this.
I want to say around this time last year, maybe about November. I think it was November.
Davis, I wish any of my GB boards came in under 500. Smack my head. Oh darn. Yeah, I have noticed that they're getting a little up there. A little up there.
A little uppity. For a little
1010 says, what are you thinking?
Board?
Bad review, lawsuit, taking out a family member?
No. And I love UPOS. So the other thing that I can notice, and you're not going to notice it here, right, is if I tap on just the brass, you don't really hear it. But if I tap on the weight, here, let me turn the music off. So while I don't notice huge play on this weight insert, I would say that in the future, there is improvement to be made in that weight. Yeah, it doesn't rattle just moving it around though, like just applying even pressure on both sides or even on one side. It's only when there's an impulse. So I would say, or a significant impulse. So I would say that there is some kind of work that needs to be done here. I believe part of it has to do with the way that these screws are clamping it down. So these are like these, what is it called? There's a countersunk hole here, and these go in as a tapered panhead, right, screw. I believe that there's probably a slightly better way to do that with like a cap head screw, where it gets a little bit more even clamping force, because it looks like they raise up just a little bit there, and they maybe look like they're not as perfectly even as they could be. They're pretty even, but I'd be willing to bet that with proper tools we could determine that there's a difference in the angle of these, so it doesn't seat perfectly. It's not bad, and I don't want to call it bad because it's really not, right? I love the way the back is held on. The tolerances on the back are amazingly tight. Like, you do not feel the seam right here. You don't. Even with your fingernail direct into the groove, it'll stop just a little bit, but you don't feel it at all going over there. So that means that it's within like 2 thou. At
so
worst.
1010 is asking, do you think the countersink angle doesn't match the screw head?
Yes, that might be the case too. 1010. That's very possible that that's what's going on.
Davis,
Either way,
I agree. It does look great with all the details. I think that's a fabulous looking.
It does.
I mean,
it does. And
obviously
UPOS,
there's a couple little like blemishes, but overall, man.
if UPOS watches this, I hope that he gets to this part, right? because I want to say that I am being as critical as anyone could or should be ever to a board when I talk about this. And I'm only doing that because it's right at that $500 threshold for a 65% board. And that is actually pretty expensive, in my opinion. Yes, I realize there have been key cults and some other things and iron and blah, blah, blah that are really expensive. When I pull apart that polycarb iron one day and rebuild it, I will do a teardown of it and I will tell you what I do and do not like about it. So I'm going to give this thing the harshest criticism, but I'm also going to temper that with the fact that this is a pretty immaculately clean board. There are those little tiny details. But I also didn't spend $1,000, right? What up? What up, Disco? How's it going, man? I was gonna buy 3 dozen of these until this review.
Hi, Disco.
10. My travels were good, man. They were safe. Yeah, this side might be a tiny, like maybe 2 thou lower at most. And that's just going off my fingers. So if it's fingers, it might be up to 5 thou. Like if it can feel it with the tip of my finger. Yeah, I can't feel it with my nail at all there, and I can on this side. So there's a.
Glad to see you stop by, Disco.
That's not
How
that
you doing, man?
unsurprising. That's not that surprising. Disco, man, the travels were great. I had a great time. Visited a great place, great people. I just had a good old time. The only downside is that I drove straight through both directions, didn't stay in a hotel, which under normal circumstances I would have flown, and if I had to drive, I would stay in a hotel. But with the Rona going and I have a lot of stuff going on, work, etc., I'm trying not to, and I'm always trying not to get sick, but I'm really like extra trying, you know?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Just unwinding for the night, man. Great to see. All right, so now that I've flexed
how many hours was the drive there and back?
According to the vehicle that I was in, if we exclude the time that I slept, because I did stop and sleep both directions in the car for about 5 hours, about 6 hours on the way there and about 5 hours on the way back. It was, if we exclude that, because the car took note of the entire time it was on, and it was on pretty much the entire way other than when I stopped to sleep. Even when I got gas or whatever, I leave the car running. I know, I'm bad. I'm naughty. I shouldn't do that. Nobody thinks that's good. No. I locked the car. So it's running, but it's locked. And the fob is away from it, so it wouldn't go far anyway. Yeah, but I do leave the car running while I'm gassing up because I just don't care. Whoa, that's loud. That's really loud at TSC. So much loudness.
Got it. Sorry, guys.
No, it's fine. Yeah, so such a rebel. I know, right? It's not a law, it's just a suggestion. And if it is a law, it's an infraction to not do it that way. And F you guys, give me a ticket someday.
Really
if you
more
care.
like guidelines.
Really more like guidelines. Yeah. It's not like a crime. It's like you're gonna give me a ticket for being a nuisance. Womp womp. Just extremely busy. Oof. Disco, man, I know you told me that you were busy when we talked not that long ago. Well, I guess maybe it was too long ago now. But either way, I feel bad for you, man. I hope you're I hope you get less busy. I don't know. Maybe you don't want to be less busy. I hope you get less overwhelmed feeling, if that's the way you're feeling when you say just busy. Because no one should be that thing. Stash, bro, you missed the early part of the mail call. Yours was the first thing that I showed off that I received, man. Yeah, man, it's freaking beautiful. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much, Stash. It's great. I love it. It turned out perfectly.
She's battle beating imperfections out of a keyboard. Yes.
At least it appears to be perfect. I haven't actually haven't actually like plugged it in and put keycaps on it yet, but that's coming up after the stream. But I was feeling the way that the switches feel, and they feel freaking wonderful, man. They really do. Half-ass build, huh? Right, bro. Right. It's been rough. All the issues. Distance learning, IT department. Hey, man, that's rough, dude.
That is
Disco.
rough.
Cheers to the work you're doing for the distance
Heck
learning.
yeah. Thanks for helping the kiddos learn.
For real. All right, so that concludes mail call. So we got
Mail call.
what do we get? Oh well, no, it doesn't. It doesn't conclude mail call.
Oh no, I was gonna say, didn't you have the other thing?
Well, yes, and I'm going to show that. I have this. We kind of showed this while I was actually with TSC, on the stream
Kiwis.
last week. So we got the kiwis, but that happened right
Stash
before I
apparently
went
didn't
on.
get in on kiwis.
Ooh, stash, bruh.
Tears.
No
Can't
kiwis.
see in stash, but there are tears. Tears.
They're really good. I gotta say, I am happy with them. You slept hard, nice.
Stash I slept. Well, that's
Okay.
understandable.
So, I got some more things in.
Hey Davis, you weren't in the last stream that we did, and I built a little milk macro pad with blueberries in it. It's a blueberry milk.
Blueberry milk.
Well, I didn't build it. I was there for
Milcha.
moral support. Josh built it.
Die Milcha.
Oh, did you? Awesome. Oh, and this is the piece de resistance.
Oh yeah.
Wait, before you go all the way and open them up, I was very supportive. Do you guys want to guess what this is?
I think they know.
Probably no, but it's fun to guess too.
I think they know what it is. It's lube. Bum bum bum. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, 205 grade 0. 1 kilogram. Uh-huh.
Is it a kitten?
Racing Giraffe, is it a kitten? Oof. Got them Crytoxes.
2
weeks
Aussie,
worth of
2
lube.
weeks worth of lube.
It's
Is
like
that a Microtech
it's
OTF?
like at least 2 weeks worth of lube. No, this is a Benchmade Infidel.
Bathius asks, curious, where do you buy your lube from?
It's secret. It's not a secret. Direct from the distributor for North America.
Street value, Racing Giraffe, what's the street value for a kilo?
I mean, it depends on whether you're paying bulk prices or you're paying
Full price?
full retail price.
There's
Carry
a
a
waiting
Benchmade
list from
943 every
manufacturer.
day. Nice.
Nice. Reddit says, do you have a Crytox dispenser at home? I guess you
I
could
just
get one
use
of
it
those screw
direct out of the
tops for the
tub.
pump and stick it on there.
No, you
Just-
gotta get the push down hand wash station.
or the foamer.
Just
Or one of the ones that's like, yeah, you stick it on the wall and it's auto motion detect.
yeah. So there is a lead time on making Crytox, and there is an MOQ. If you're making an order, the MOQ is like 11 kilograms, which makes this whole endeavor like $5,000. But
So-
it kind of depends on. Everything's about relationships in this world. Everything's really
It really is.
about relationships in this world, right?
Ozzy asks, if you were to buy some little jars and dollop it out and sell it, how much would you get?
Want to buy some lube? I'm not gonna do that. But let me. So Stash sent back the lube thing that I sent to him. Which, by the way, kind of surprised, Stash, if you're still in here. I actually just anticipated you'd keep that lube. But yeah.
Break
So
it down
this
like
is
crack.
this
and
is the
sell it.
same type of container that Krillbit used to use, I think, way back in the day.
Stash says, Josh, will you be in a relationship with me so I can have one of those tubs?
He just wants one of my tubs of lube.
He
So
just wants you for your tubs.
So because there's a bunch
Your
of lube
sweet,
in
sweet
here,
tubs.
you can't see you can't see the graduations on this, but it has 0.5, 1.0, 1.5, 1.8, whatever. This is 2 milliliters, right? So Krytox is about 2 milligrams per milliliter. So let's just quick napkin math that. 2 milligrams. So that tub has 500 milligrams, right? So 500 times 2.
Hey,
I don't know why I said that. Times 2 divided by 2.
I'll send you a link.
Times 2 divided by 2, right? Because we're gonna, yeah, whatever. It would be about $500 in these little retail containers worth of or not $500. It would be about 500 of these, and I want to say Krail was selling them for $8 a piece. Maybe it was like $6. Actually, it was like $6 a piece when there were 2. Right when they moved up, he was selling them for a little more.
Bathius, you can hit me up on Discord. It's Tiny Shiny Crumb there.
Ozzy just paid $10 for 20 grams of it, so that's perfect, right? So you just paid $10 for 20 grams, right? So 500 divided by 20, so there's 25 doses in this thing at 20 grams, right? So what do we work that out to? You paid $10, so $500. So I think Krail used to sell that much for like 800. Somebody that you're talking to is given 500 for that same quantity. But the reality is it's a lot of work. They make machinery that fills containers like this with precise amounts of thicker fluids like this. I looked into them once just because I was wondering if it was a lucrative thing. They're a few grand for the machine. So it's $8. So yes, they're making even less. Times 8, right? So 25 times 8 at 400. So they're making $400, right? So those people are making like no profit. So I'm not going to quote the exact prices because there is a little bit of a breakdown depending on how much you buy, etc. But let's say that they're making very little profit, not enough profit to make it worth it to really be in business. IMO. They're basically doing a service to the community. I believe in having healthy business relationships. So I'm going to say that I want you to be making enough profit for you to want to stay in the business of doing that thing long term so that we can have a good relationship in the future where I can keep buying the product, you can keep selling the product, and we're all happy. I don't think that margin is enough because the containers themselves that you're putting stuff into cost money. Your time is worth money. No. Cancels his 20 kilogram Krytox order. No, I mean, just realistically, it needs to go for more. That's my 2 cents on it. Did I see the Hinoki link stash? I was actually gonna go over. So we've been streaming for a while now, and we've just kind of been shooting the shit. This is a chat and replace these controllers stream because these controllers are not going to take very long to replace.
You have failed capitalism.
Goal is to destroy the competition. No. Yeah, that's not the goal of capitalism.
Disco says containers, labor, sales tax that you got to pay back to the state.
Yeah, plus labels, packaging, shipping, etc. Yeah. So I mean, like, frankly, I think that when Krail was selling these for $6 or whatever, he should have been selling them for more like 8, and this is only like 4 grams. I think that was a price that would kind of make it such that you would want to stay in it, because this is like, if you destroy everybody who's doing this thing with your prices by cutting them so low, you might be able to do that and run at a loss or at no profit for a while, knock everybody else out of business, and then you're the only guy. But then you have to jack up your prices for it to be worth it for you to keep doing it. Yeah, you can race till everybody's out of business or till you drown everyone else, but because it's really just reselling commercially available lubricant, there will become another method to get it. Now that all being said, it's fairly difficult to get your hands on that stuff. Fairly difficult because the distributors don't really want to deal with selling to people who are going to be repackaging and selling this thing like it. They don't think that's a great and healthy way of doing it, at least not a bunch of them. I think if you request that thing, in fact, I've heard that people have requested that from the distributor, they've effectively been told to go talk to one of these other people in the keyboard industry about buying a bulk quantity because they're not interested in dealing with you. I'm not selling it though, and I don't want to go into the business of reselling lube because I think I think I'll be adding to a problem rather than solving it. But for me, I need a bulk quantity of it because I'm using it for my business. So they're willing to deal with me. Is there no other application for this lube in small quantities? What's the actual industrial application? So it's food grade and it's frequently used, 205 grade 0, in lubrication of food processing equipment, like packing bearings and stuff like that. I am me, you are you lube. Yeah, I don't want to be known as the lube man. That feels slimy.
I am me, you are lube.
Womp womp. No takers. Okay. You should definitely not eat it, Iowa. Should definitely not eat it. Food grade does not mean food. Just like food product does not mean food. Though it is much closer. Okay.
Cheese product though.
Cheese.
That means questionable choices in food.
Yeah, but delicious. Because who doesn't
like
love
cheese
nachos
whiz,
and cheese whiz? All right, here we
Who
go.
doesn't love nachos and cheese product?
Do you guys remember seeing this on stream before?
Uh-huh.
Ooh, there's screws missing. Why are there screws missing?
That's not bueno.
Oh no, all of those side ones are missing. I don't know why he took those out. Well, let it be noted that there are 5 of the standoffs and or screws missing. Okay, so I believe one of the ports was ripped off, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of surgery. And actually, I'm gonna have to go and return very quickly because I don't have any micro USB cables in here because I took them with me when I went oot in a boot across the country.
You went oot and a boot to the land of cheese and beer.
They're all yours.
All right, I will entertain them for a moment, I guess. Another corn replacement. I'm currently using the last one you replaced. Open keyboard surgery. Okay. So, what did he already? No, he didn't. How would you guys like me to entertain you right now? Do you have anything fun you want me to read? I can read for you. Stash, I mean...
Are you not entertained? Sorry. That was a quote from Gladiator.
I could. Did he do anything embarrassing while away? I don't think you did anything embarrassing while you were away.
Me?
No.
I don't think so. What would I do that was Do I look like the kind of person that embarrasses myself? Or feels embarrassed?
Like a keyboard case.
So we're gonna do the right thing and we're gonna plug this thing in.
He's actually not very easily embarrassed.
Yeah, I feel no shame.
No, none, zero, zilch.
So make me
Oh, did
feel
you just-
ashamed.
Is that one new?
What?
That cable?
No.
I thought you didn't have one before.
No, I did. I definitely
It's
did.
small. Can I have one request if you do a typing test with this though?
What is it?
Can you put keycaps on it this time?
No. Where's the fun in that?
I mean, 'cause then
Okay,
we get
so
to
he
choose
ripped the
keycaps.
connector off this side, but it seems like the whole thing maybe doesn't work anymore. And I am confused.
Like it's completely dead board, not coming back.
No, some of it works. So, but the little, what are they called? Doesn't work. I don't think we're gonna do typing tests on this anymore. I don't want to do a typing test on these anymore. So I see the light for the controllers, but these do not appear to be functional. Like nothing on this side is doing anything, and the controllers don't have activity there. So I have no clue whether this is actually gonna work or not. And that's really saddening to me.
It's kind of a bummer.
So before we do anything, we can't flash the other side, right? I'm gonna try and flash just this side because it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna pull up QMK Toolbox. I'm gonna pop the reset button. I already have a map in here, so I'm flashing this side now. And I know this side should have support for the LCD now and everything else.
Howard the Lion is asking, sorry for the dumb question, just jumping in, but isn't the main side usually the left side on Corns?
I don't think it matters, right? So, I mean, it matters, but if I disconnect this whole thing, it should just think it's the master. So if there's a bunch of stuff busted about this that has nothing to do with just ripping the port off of this controller, like if we don't get it working when we solder on new controllers, I'm not actually gonna be inclined to spend all that time necessarily repairing it because I don't know what's wrong with it yet. So I don't know if you're in here, customer, but do you recall what shenanigans this thing got into? And don't feel like it's not a dumb question, Howard the Lion. Yes, many people do it that way, but it should be fine. We can't plug into the other side right now anyway. Functional / use difference between Sherbosis 3203 and 3204. One is just less viscous. That's really all there is to it. That's really all there is. Yes, 3204. So the difference between using 3204 and 205 grade 0 for something, many people will say that you shouldn't use 3204, or you should use 205 grade 0 only on linears, but the truth is you could get away with using it on tactiles. You just need to use it a lot more lightly. If you're new to lubing, I would say that you should go with 3204 because it's pretty easy to not mess up. if you just watch people like me do lube, or somebody else who lubes a lot who's using 3204, and just use that as a guide. Or if you see them using 205 grade 0 on
what about
linears.
3203 versus 3204?
Yeah, I have 3203. I don't see a need to go thinner than 3204. All right, sorry, I meant to say I have 3203.
I used 3203 on my Halo Trues and then Crytox on my Gat Yellows. Had good experience with both. I feel like I missed, you missed a question from Bathius before when you left. And I'll go back up and read it really quick. He asks, what do you think are some good starting points and things to cover or do to prepare for trying to set up a keyboard commission business? Given since this is competition, I can understand if you wouldn't want to answer. I'm still in process of trying to learn as much as I can about this hobby, so it wouldn't be anytime soon, more of an end goal.
Yeah, so I'm not opposed to giving you the information because I'm afraid of the competition. Frankly, even if you jump into this, like, we aren't really competitive in a way that's harmful or unhealthy to us or the community or the business. There's plenty of business to go around, is what I'm saying. And a lot of my,
this is a growing hobby, and I don't think that, I think there's so many people out there looking for those services. I don't think it's going to become like, whatever. I'm not against it. People are going to be fighting for business.
I'm not against it for a variety of reasons. Let's just leave it there.
Right.
Again, sharing that information. So one way to get in would be to start advertising on Reddit, Mech Market, right? Which is a thing that I do. But I'm not the only one that's done that, and a lot of people have moved away from doing that. I kind of don't disagree with moving away from doing it that way, because in a very real way, Mech Market is not a very stable market. Like, honestly, it's a thing that I do, but I also don't usually hurt for a lot of orders. Like, I have a lot of repeat customers and stuff, people that are interested in, just getting a quality build service. I think that marketing yourself as a quality builder is important. The prices for me aren't really that high. Some of the other big name builders charge more, and my hat is off to them, and I like them as people and as builders, and I think they do a great job. But I also am not really competing against them in a market, right? Like, they have customers that want to have their stuff built. Anyway, that all being said, I think Mech Market is not a very stable place. Reddit traffic is very dependent on the time that you post. It's the way that I do it, but there are other places you can do it. Maybe
I think some of the bigger name streamers are also, like, just to interject here for a second, are also targeting themselves at the high end,
at the
premium
ultra high
market.
end.
Yeah.
So if you notice, like,
there's a lot.
I will, and a lot of other builders who are streamers, who are smaller, will not just exclusively target those guys. Don't get me wrong, I like those ultra high-end boards, but they want their stream to grow super huge, and I have no problem with that. I've never really taken the stream part so seriously that I wanted to grow a massive amount. Don't get me wrong, your subs, your follows, your likes, everything that you do, and now is a great opportunity for me to tell you all about my socials, which you should go follow me on, literally every one of them. However, like, their thing is about that, and that's not to say they don't build really good boards. They do, but they want to build those high-end ones. I think if you're trying to do it as a business where you're trying to make money building keyboards, which you can make some money, it's not impossible to make some money doing this, then you should not exclusively target that zone. Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
Sure. No, I wanted to catch up on chat because there's a lot of good commentary, and we have a couple of questions, and we have a couple of new people. So Davis said 205 is good on tactiles. If done right, it helps the sound. And so, and Bathia says, yeah, right now I'm making my own boards just so I can learn and gain confidence in building. And my idea at the start would be to do things at cost just to gain experience. And my gain would be to use as content, at least at the beginning. That's my initial idea. Neon Godfather, first time watching, wanted to say thanks.
Thank you, man.
The YouTube video on the AliExpress Philco TKL really helped me plan my first build. So,
good,
Neon Godfather,
man.
welcome.
That makes me
to
really
the
happy,
stream.
actually. Like, that makes me really excited. Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, dude.
Welcome.
And honestly, the Philco TKL, the AliExpress Philco TKL case is not a bad case. It has some flaws, but it can absolutely be built into a decent board. I have a Blue Ops version right there. Which one are you talking about? Because I've actually done two different iterations of that case. I did this, which is mine. Got a little bit of dust on it. Man, I'm gonna have to start keeping this one in a case. It's got Alps. So I did this one, which has Blue Alps. The mic's not right up to the board, so you're not gonna see it.
There's a little bit of echo, but
yeah. So the other one I did for someone else, right? But this one's pretty and good. Anyway.
So, Neon Godfather says the one I saw was
built
the
for someone
build
else.
you did for somebody else. Going back a little bit, Bathius is passion that will hopefully transition into a side gig in the future, more or less, is the current idea. I really appreciate the input, my man. I'll definitely be around more, and I'd love to maybe be able to sit down one day and ask some questions if that is a possibility.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, that's absolutely a possibility.
Yeah, there's always our Discord.
So hit me up in the Discord and then send me a PM if you want to set up some time to actually have a conversation and talk about it.
Yeah,
about whatever.
One of the...
Which is an offer that's generally open to all of you guys.
Oops, sorry.
Sorry, I was just saying it's an offer that's generally open to everybody. You guys have stuff you need or want to talk about? I'm here.
Yeah, hit us up on Discord.
Sonquin, how you doing, man?
If Josh can't answer, I'll do my best and help, and if I can't answer, we'll see if we can crowdsource an answer for you guys, or just to chat, because it's fun to chat with you guys too.
Yeah. So Sonquin, hold on one second. So Sonquin, what stopped working? How did this thing stop working? Did I miss the board? What are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? Sorry, I have an old boss whose last name is Willis, and we always said that to him because
because reasons.
Because the TVs.
I do have some really important stuff to catch up on in chat, so let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, so I saw that so obviously this side is the one that broke off, but when I plugged in the other side and attached them, right? First, obviously I attached them, and then I plugged in the other side, like all of the switches on this side don't actuate. Like there's obviously some stuff messed up about it. Is the only thing that happened to it that it got ripped off? You didn't tweak or try and play with the board or like electrically mess it up somehow? You didn't solder it or do something weird, did you? Yeah, okay, it might be. Yeah, so I did reflash this side, the side that I can, but let me show you kind of what I'm talking about, right? So I don't know if you tried plugging this side in as the master with your stuff, but like none of the LEDs are coming on or any of that goodness. So if I do this, I'll clear it and reload, right? Great, right? So those work. That whole top row works. This works. Nothing else. Shift works.
Am I
Some of the bottom
crazy,
row
or is
works.
this backwards?
Is this what it was doing when you had it? Because none of this side works or does anything. Was the actual display working on this? Yeah. So this is why I'm confused, right? I did reflash this side, but with the base Droshna hex, which actually means that it should work fine.
Davis, I agree. This is adorable, like a baby alien.
It kind of is.
It's just a little bitty baby.
Also, this is not backwards.
The only reason I was asking if it was backwards is when he's typing on the right, it's showing up in switch hitter on the left.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I understand.
And that's why I'm
that's
confused.
because it thinks this side is the master. That's fine.
Yeah, that's why I was confused. I was like, wait a minute. What's the deal with this? No. I meant the why is it showing up funny? But you answered that question.
Yeah, so I'm gonna desolder these, and I'm gonna solder
when you need her.
And I'm gonna solder on the new controllers, but I have no idea whether it will work. Is basically what I'm talking about. Because like this behavior seems odd to me. I mean, we'll try it, right? Because it can only help to do it that way. But like, I do not know why it's not behaving at least as I would have expected it to.
Do you mind if I catch up on the chat, or
No,
are you still?
Please go.
Okay.
Please go.
So Bathia says, out of the tens of mechanical keyboard streams I have watched and gone to so far, yours has been by far the most helpful, informative, and my favorite for sure. Aw. Neo Godfather. I don't know why I kept calling you Neon Godfather. I'm sorry. I was trying to find an answer to the type of stabilizers I needed to get, PCB or plate mount. I'm using a LFK PCB and an ANSI 7U spacebar faceplate.
Whoa. Okay, go back. What was that?
That was for the Philco TKL.
Wait, is he asking a question as to what he needs to use now?
I think so, yeah.
Sorry, repeat.
I think the question was for the Philco TKL. I was trying to find an answer to the type of stabilizers I need to get, PCB or plate mount. I'm using a LFK PCB.
I don't recall if it
ANSI
used.
7U.
I don't recall if it used CoStar or plate mount. It definitely did not use PCB mount. When you pull your keycaps off the Philco itself, is there like a little plastic insert that stays on the stabilized keycap, or that is floating freely and can easily be removed by hand? Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna flash these really quick.
Cause it's flash.
Okay.
That works for stash too, cause it's stash.
Oh no. Oh no. I want to flash these. M32U4.
Okay, so getting back to chat. Catch up. Bathia said they will hit you up sometime this week to figure out a time to chat, and they really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ozzy says, this is the best place I've found to get good answers to questions. So often streamers give one sentence answers. Josh gives in-depth answers. Racing Giraffe, chatting is the best. Aw.
Thank you.
So Bathia says, in response to Stash, I built two at this point. My first was a GMMK with Halo Trues, lived with Tribosys 3203, and NPKC Sunset Gradient PBT keycaps. Ooh, that sounds nice. Ozzy says, sometimes I do just ask questions to see if he knows about the topic and how long he'll go, but he's genuinely helpful too. I mean, I think it's great because Josh knows a lot about a lot, so it's always good to hear more information about things.
Oh, thank you. So
Baptiste says
we got our
there's
DFU
second.
device. Sorry, continue.
I'm trying to catch up, man. Second board was an ID80 blue aluminum with gat yellows lubed with Krytox 205 grade 0 and yellow generic keycaps. More of a meme novelty board that was a Best Buy themed board.
That's
okay,
funny.
that's kind of funny. Now you have to do. Oh, what was the equivalent to Best Buy in the TV show Chuck? Buy more?
Buy more, yeah.
With the green and the yellow? That's funny.
Yellow and black, I thought.
No, I thought it was yellow and green.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Anyway, there's the question. I want to answer that question. God, it's hard. So yeah, I can't remember if it uses CoStar stabs or it keeps running through my mind CoStar or plate mount. I think they're CoStar stabs on the Philco plate. Pretty sure. You could go back to the video, and if there's like a little plastic doodad that I put into the keycap and then lubricate it, that's CoStar. Plate mount ones just like slide down and clip into the plate. No, it's not pre-microscope. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Okay.
And thank you guys for all the awesome comments. I try and be informative.
Thank you so much, guys.
That's kind of the point. If we were not doing that, I would not want to do this thing.
Absolutely. The third, Sabathia says, the third that I am in process of planning is going to be a Tofu 60 acrylic with glorious pandas, eventually kiwis.
Wait, glorious pandas?
I don't know what glorious pandas are. What's glorious? What differentiates glorious pandas from holy pandas? Does one of them go in the battlefield and earn honor and glory?
Honor.
I'm very confused.
Glory.
And I'm gonna do an Alferior Emerald keycaps, only if I can't get my hands on a set of GMK Nautilus Nightmares or GMK Waves. Also debating SA Dream Eater. SA Dream Eater is a gorgeous set. Whoa.
Sorry.
Whoa.
SA
You're gonna
Dream Eater
scare
is cool.
Davis again. You're gonna scare Davis and me again.
The new pandas from GMMK. Okay, well, I mean, I'm interested in seeing them IRL to see if I like them. Hopefully they're really great, because that means they'll be infinitely available. At least. Probably. You know what time it is? And yes, trademark the suits, of course.
Ill. Oh, guys. Oh. It's desoldering gun of doom time.
Doom.
I'm gonna sing the doom song. Any recommendations for a good SA keycap set in a green color scheme, other than Dream Eater and Jadeite? Did you guys...
Nuclear data.
There's a new DSA one that they're looking at that's like a seafoam green, but that's not SA. Disco, Josh and TSC, the real MVPs, thank you. Ozzy, we should run a book on who can make him rant / answer the longest question. This is true.
Drop trademarked holy pandas in the middle of type.
In the middle of typing a sentence.
I'm pretty sure you don't
really
get the trademark, something that people have been doing for a while.
Racing
like, go
Draft,
fuck yourself, you
play
shitbag company. Pretty much, that's the way I feel about that.
It's time for you to come play the desoldering gun again. Anyway, oh man. I don't know how to say that. Or is it EAYOUI? Because it's all vowels.
What is it?
It's EAYOUI. Please tell me how to say that, because like that just seems like AEIOU and sometimes Y.
Yikes.
Ayo, got it. Ayo, I got it. I'm sorry, that stumped me.
Ayo.
It's just creatively, got it. Because at first I was like, a we. I'm like, that's not right. That's not right. Hi, Shocks. Hi,
What up,
Finn.
Shocks?
Did you get your soap yet, sir?
No, he didn't. Hold on. Aw. I don't want to clean it though.
Let it sit for a week. Didn't clean it. At least it wasn't on this time.
I didn't leave my house for a week and not turn it off.
I mean, you stayed in your house for a week with it on once, so there's that.
Much safer.
Way safer. So that you can see it burning more soon.
I smell burning.
It smells like burning. Ozzy says, surely we need to get a stinger that plays when he pulls out the desoldering gun. That's what I was saying. He needs a microscope stinger and a desoldering gun of doom stinger.
Look, how many stingers? You think stingers just grow on trees?
I mean,
I'm just
that's
joking. I'm joking.
the traditional place where stingers grow. Stingers grow on bees.
It's definitely where
not
the
trees.
bees grow. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So where my cleaning tools is?
You need a stinger to transition into stingers. That's true. Shocks, that's a really good point. Way to think outside the box.
You need a stinger for what?
You need a stinger to transition into stingers.
Ooh. Big brains.
It's like sting
I
section.
actually do want to do some stingers. But you guys don't know what I mean, and I'm not going to explain.
I'm so confused. Guys, I'm so confused. Are you confused too? Somebody translate for me.
No, so like I want to have. No, I have some ideas. Whatever, you'll see one day. When I decide to pay someone money to develop things for me. Because I'm not going to do it myself because it's a pain.
It is. It really is.
And what's that saying? Ain't nobody got time for that. Like, it's not my job, so it would take me a while to make good content.
And learning how to do those is actually,
Oh, it's definitely a skilled job.
it's actually quite complicated. Adobe products have a pretty high learning curve.
Yeah, but I do have some ideas, like for better stingers if I ever get around to them. You will find out. If I don't, I'm not giving away my ideas for free, man.
Are you an ideas hoarder? Are you hoarding ideas again?
I think it's okay to hoard ideas for your own stream content.
I feel like that's all right. So, chat, how were you guys this last week? Missed you. Anything interesting happen for you guys?
What?
Any new
I didn't miss
new
all of you.
Kibi things? Not all of them, but I missed a couple. I just wanted to check in, see how everybody's doing.
Yeah, some of you I saw.
This is true. This is very, very true.
Some of you guys came in and hung out on Wednesday
This is true.
when we scuffed it.
It figures the one stream that I'm on camera is the Scuffy stream. Shocks, I mean, that's what made it scuffed, right? Nice. Thanks, Shocks. Thanks, buddy.
So rescinded.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joking.
Wash your hands of that.
Oof, dude. Man, that's
First
harsh.
football practice in 6 months.
Wait, what?
That's Davis says that's her first football practice in 6 months. That's awesome. Do you guys have to wear modified helmets for that? Or is it just like, don't go near people as much as you can? Which I believe would be kind of hard in a contact sport, but you know.
What's football?
I'm sorry. I'll explain the sport ball to you
Joking.
off camera, off stream.
Joking. Come on. Kid, I kid.
I know, it's funny because I'm the one who's actually into football, and you don't give a crap about sports.
It's true though. I'm not really into sports at all. I don't actually dislike sports. I just not into them. I like motorsports,
I mean,
kind of.
racing's I was gonna say racing's a sport.
Yeah, I like motorsports. Motorsports are cool. They're cool.
So Ratty, it's not much this week. Just been doing some work. But key-wise, I'm eyeing on the U80.
Oh, did Stash
See-
post a
Sec two?
link?
Sorry, Ratty, I'm not sure how to say that.
Stash was gonna
Excuse me.
post a link, and did Raditz post a link? Oh, the U80 sequence 2. Ooh, get some Rama.
Rumma, rumma, rumma.
Rama.
So Ozzy says, it seems every time you stream, I get my keyboard deliveries. Could you please stream daily? My Zephyr just arrived.
Nice.
Awesome.
Ozzy.
That's amazing.
So happy for you, man. Who you gonna have build that Zephyr, Ozzy? Just saying.
Yeah.
No.
Are you gonna build it yourself? Are you gonna show us some pictures, or are you gonna farm that duty out to somebody else?
It's a valid question. Motorsports high five. Yeah, Red Eats, man. I mean, you know, those are sports.
Yeah,
They're just
Stash,
not
I don't
sport
remember
ball.
what you were gonna post, but I think you said you were gonna post a link.
Yeah, you were like, hey, did you see this board? And I was like, which board? Show links.
Give Ken has links, please. So Davis says, so technically it was tryouts for the noobs. We wore masks until we actually started a little game. Then it got a little risky. Okay. And you opened a store, your store in the past month. You are tired. Oh no. What store did you open? That sounds amazing. Is it something that's online? Because if you want to, go ahead and post links for us and we'll all go check it out.
Agreed. Has been built.
Ozzy says
maybe do
it's
a
been
little
built,
work
but
on
it
Nice.
need to do a little work on it.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you have a lot of content to watch. Help with any questions. But I will say there's a lot of other good content out there. I'm sure you've seen some cool stuff.
Absolutely. And I don't know. We had something else cool happen this week too.
Oh, which thing?
Yeah, Kellen Opes hit 100 subscribers. Which is pretty neato Cheeto. I need to find some time and get some more content edited for that so you guys can have some new episodes. I know I'm really sorry
Agree.
I haven't been on
Agree.
that as much, but
We've definitely lagged on recording it. as
yeah,
a
we
result.
have. But we've all had a little bit of life stuff going on. Like, I've had some personal life stuff that I've had to deal with. You've had some stuff. Jeff's had some stuff. So we're on a little bit of a recording hiatus right now.
Truth. I don't want to be though. I want to do more.
Yeah, I know, I do too. I think, so I'm going to be moving at the end of October. So I'm probably not going to have a heck of a lot of time, but I'm hoping I can get at least 2 out for you guys between now and the time that I move. So I'm going to go for 2. I'm going for 2, guys.
Going for 2. Dremel.
Trick play.
Burp, burp. No. It was the
You
Hacko
opened a
FR301.
Keeb store, Davis? That's awesome.
Davis, what?
3D Keebs, y'all. All y'all. It's not
All-
from Wisconsin, and I'm saying y'all.
All
The hell.
y'all. Where are you from? Where are you from right now?
I don't know. Dude, I lived in Oklahoma for 4 years. That just gets into your brain and it never comes out. Ever.
Is that it? All y'all? It's there.
Listen, all y'all. This is sabotage. Sorry. I'm old.
were you
X
saying?
Sydney X Corn Hype. And Dremel. Did you have a Dremel? I didn't see a Dremel. I saw the
I had the Hacko
desoldering.
FR301.
Oh, the desoldering gun of doom.
And they're like probably wondering, because I probably had it off frame or something.
Oh, yeah. So Raditz says, hopefully my board comes this December. I would love to send you some pics. Raditz, that would be amazing.
Cannot wait, man.
I am so excited. Davis, this site looks amazing. I love it.
Links were posted. 3D cubes.
Oh, I said y'all perfectly. Thank you, Davis. I do try.
What? Stabilizer switches lube.
Hell yeah. This looks amazeballs.
I want to know about all of them and that one. Ooh, are those the Durocs? Are those some Duroc actions going? Ooh, nice.
I love this. Some switches.
Koalas.
Switches, bitches.
How are these L7s? Kind of curious. Ooh, nice. Davis is jumping into the ooh. Gasket
Davis,
films.
this is freaking
Kivos.
amazing.
Davis, this is awesome. Got that stab film going. That's awesome.
You want to post this in our Discord? You go right ahead, because I totally love the idea of supporting other people getting into the Keeb game as a vendor. This is amazing.
For later. This is awesome. This is really awesome. I'm really liking this.
Bathius is asking how are koalas.
Bueno builds
And
commission
Do you
services.
know any desk mats that that match SA Dream Meter well?
Following.
Let me think about that
I'm
a
gonna go
second.
follow Bueno builds right now.
Hell yeah. Everybody should go follow them. We are not sponsored, obviously, but like,
I need my regular builds.
go do it,
my
because Davis is amazing.
Sorry, I need my regular.
Tweet.
Oh no.
Durex said there are L7s, just a Duroc linear.
Oh, okay. Paste and go.
Five 5% of all sales go to Milwaukee Freedom Fund this month also. That's amazing. If you want to, go ahead and talk about what Milwaukee Freedom Fund is.
Yeah. I'm curious. You have piqued my interest.
The interest. She's peaked. Also, AO, thank you for joining us over on Discord. Also, Stash as well.
Oh yeah, man. Okay, so getting.
I had something
These-
else I was gonna. Oh yeah.
Normally I cut these headers off, just FYI, guys, and that would be the faster, easier, and generally better solution. But we're going hard mode here. Boys and
La
girls.
YJG, thank you so much for the 3 tier 1 subs.
Ooh, thank you
Or, I'm
so
sorry,
much.
two tier 1 subs to Bathius and H Hawk 80. Thank you so very much. And I'm sorry if I murdered your name.
Lao YGG.
I think
why
I
did you
screwed
do-
up the last part.
Is that right?
I think I screwed up the last part.
Thank you for those. I appreciate it, man.
Oh, to avoid my terribly hard to pronounce Chinese names, you can call me Alex. I mean, whatever. It's your name, man. I want to pronounce your name the way it's supposed to be pronounced.
I would like to try
learn.
at least.
I can learn, man. Try
Maybe.
not to be a jerk.
Maybe I can learn. I might be bad at it. I'm gonna try though.
Okay, gotcha.
Just the username. True enough. It's true.
Uh,
Don't feel bad. Look, man. Look at my name and understand that I'm ridiculous.
Stash, it's all good. I'm really glad you're in our Discord so you can come hang out with us and chat with us off stream as well. Pat is the juice box. Any of y'all ever seen a arcade fighting game mechanical keyboard controller? I don't think so.
No.
Is that
Sounds
like
cool.
I'm
An
sure it'd be
arcade
cool to
fighting
build.
game. What is it again?
An arcade or fighting game mechanical keyboard controller? I wonder if Shocks, maybe you can weigh in on this because you're the 3D printing guru. Is that something that could be 3D printed? Like with a little joystick thing that worked with
Oh, I mean, it
different types
definitely
of
could
switches,
be.
maybe?
I just have never seen one.
Okay, so the Milwaukee Freedom Fund has been helping Kenosha protesters get out after the Jacob Blake shooting. Okay, that's really cool.
That is really
If you
cool,
check,
actually.
if you check the store updates, I put a whole long backstory starting the store. That's really amazing. Also, Twister's Combat Pickle, thank you so much for the follow. Deeds, they are an Etsy. Are you talking about the controllers? And Launch from TKC builds those game controller things. Okay. Pat is a juice boxes. There's two that I'm aware of, and we've got a couple of links. There's one to Mixbox 12 Universal Edition. And oh, Ozzy got us some pictures of his Zephyr. And then there's Keybox Arcade.
Okay, let's look at these pictures.
There's a lot of pictures. Lots of things you're missing.
Okay,
Lots
look.
of stuff
Where's
you're missing here,
Aussie's?
mister.
Aussie's. We're gonna go here first.
Bathius, I don't think you're going to be unhappy with Dream Eater.
Looks pretty nice, actually. Like, really nice. Look at that fat weight, boys and girls.
That's a big weight.
She got a fat bottom. I'm just saying. Fat bottom Zephyrs are making the rockin' world
go round.
go round. Yeah. Mixbox Universal Edition. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's really cool. So I have seen not 3D printed, but like actual
Is it really
custom made ones like this. And you can buy
Ozzy,
those
did you
mechanical
weigh it?
switches. Oh yeah, she's definitely thick.
That girl is thick. Damn.
Oh, definitely thick. There's like no doubt about it. Man, we have almost gone through another pound of Kester.
Bathius, I don't think there is a North America seller for SA Dream Eater. I think it's only in the UK.
Is it?
Yeah, I tried to buy it and I couldn't get it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I tried. I couldn't. I don't know what happened, but I just can't get it. So I'm actually really sad about that. As far as desk mats go,
we know a guy.
We do know a guy. I should probably talk to him. I just keep forgetting because, life and stuff.
So did you get it on Shoko? Because
I
today is the
did.
last day of Shoko.
I did get it on Shoko.
Today is
It's
the
only
last day.
it's only €10 for you to ship from the. Wow. Okay.
The ship from where?
From the EU. Davis says, I think Launch said he put creams on his controller joystick thing.
How would you do that?
I don't know.
Ooh, Ozzy got in on Shoko. Oof, Ozzy, so excited. I bought 2 sets.
I'll get you a link, guys, if you want
Shoko,
the link.
Shoko is like my favorite set last year. This year? I don't know, whenever it came out.
Whenever, yeah. This, you should show off if you have it out, the HBCP with Shoko on it, just because I like seeing it, and it's got Shoko on it. So really, those are, the only reasons you need.
Okay, can you hold on a second? I will. Actually, remind me a little later, and I will.
This is another one of those ones that it kind of looks a little meh on the website. Shoko. Shoko doesn't look. I mean, it looks good, but it doesn't look like holy shit. This is amazing.
It looks
on
holy
the website.
Shit good on the lives.
But when you see it in person, it's like.
Yeah, not gonna lie, it's
your life changes and your heart stops and you have a small like religious experience just looking at it.
Whoa.
Maybe I'm just exaggerating a little bit, but it's great.
I think she's exaggerating a little bit, but it is really good. No lie.
That's it is very expensive aftermarket, but that is why there's a group buy. There's a round 2. I'm gonna guess they're probably gonna do another one, but
I don't know. Maybe. I think round 2's been kind of a hassle.
Maybe, but I don't know.
With the initial drama, I think it was a hassle.
So Patty Juice Box says, I kind of want to get one because I play fighting games, but the fight sticks, they're super expensive and I want to mod it because it has Cherry MX friendly.
The actual OG mechanical switches for those things are only a few dollars a piece. And I've seen them at Micro Center before, so I know they're sold. Which sounds like a lot for a mechanical switch, with the exception of the fact that you're only using a few. And some people do build their own of those. It said Cafe would be coming in another cap profile. If I had to guess, and this is pure speculation, do not take it as insider information. But if Cafe is coming anywhere else, it would probably be in Finicky. Which is in a different profile. Also Cherry profile, as far as I know. And I have a set of Infinity.
So, going back a little bit.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Catch up on that chat though.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up. I just didn't want to.
Why? Why flickery?
So, Pat is the Juice Box asks, do GMKs only do double shot ABS?
Bro, I don't know if I can fix these flickering bastards. Do what?
Do GMKs only do double shot ABS?
Do double shot GMKs only do ABS? Yes. GMK only does ABS. And
Ozzy is saying
generally you should only double shot ABS. Well, of ABS and PBT. You should not really do a lot of that PBT-ness.
So Ozzy says, my white whale at the moment is MT3 Serica split space bars. Stash, thank you so much for hanging out. Have a good night. Love to you as well. Love.
Okay, so I do not know what we're gonna do with this board because
Disco, I agree. Some sets are only holy shit good in person, which
that's true.
is kind of sad, but I mean, maybe it's a lighting thing. I don't know. Or maybe it's just the way that things render online. Yukio says, Mixbox is cool if you are coming from playing on keyboard, but I think Sanwa buttons and using to use a hitbox is worth the extra effort.
I believe it. I really do.
Ozzy, did Jeff say that Cafe would be coming in another keycap profile?
I mean, if he said another profile, he probably meant another profile.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
I just don't know what his plans are.
Hey, Worm Boy.
We close, but I haven't asked him about it.
Yeah, it's been, well, and things have been a little hectic lately, so.
Truth.
So Wormboy says, I was saving up to spend too much money on a vintage Alps board. I ended up getting a leopard gecko instead. All right.
Okay, so there's something else going on with these.
Oh dear.
So these are the bottom ones, and then it goes something like this. So there's some kind of busted trace problem or something that has literally nothing
Alex
to
is
do
saying
with
they look cool though.
the flickering.
Yeah. The only thing I would be worried about is, does that have anything to do with the stability of the, like something actually electronic in there for like the response to the switches?
Well, that's on this side, right? So we haven't even
Sure.
done the other side yet.
Pat says, I've only tried really mediocre ABS like Razer and Logi. Or Logitech. I'm assuming that's a Logitech.
Yeah.
I'm guessing GMK and other GBs are way better in regards to ABS.
Yeah, they're gonna feel way better than anything made by Logitech, and they'll look better too. Like the legends
Christmas
will be really
isn't
crisp.
too far
and they'll
away.
be really
It is
pretty.
almost thematic. I would agree with that. Yukio.
What's almost thematic?
The flickery multicolor lights is kind of a little Christmassy.
Sure, but I'm not trying to create scuffed builds, man.
Of course. They're seeing if the switches still work. I honestly don't mind. Sorry about the Fubar board. This is my third Corne to have issues in the build. The first two I did myself, but had issues when all was done. Hence me going to you in the first place.
I know. I'm
That's
gonna say like they're not the best boards in terms of quality. Okay, I mean, honestly, are you using the backlight? That's really the question. Are you using the in switch lighting? Because what you should do in this case, if that's the thing, is turn off all the in switch LEDs, because these backlit ones seem to work fine. Look at that. I only see the red and blue elements on, or the green and blue, no red, but that could just be the way they're set. Obviously red was addressing on the other ones. Sorry, man. Feels bad. It really does. Okay. But we are going to get to desoldering these ones.
Desoldering.
Desolder?
So Bathias, even my $50 NPKC keycaps felt better than anything I used from Razer, and they're not even that crazy. I can't wait until I get my first real keycap set now. I finally got my Borealis, and I'm so happy with it, you guys. I can't even tell you. These are DSA, but I totally understand that.
Delivered in person.
Delivered in person.
Hand delivery.
It's fantastic.
Hand delivered, yo.
This is true customer service right there.
So I delivered Hong Kong's board too.
You did. You mess with the honk, you get the honk.
I was gonna say, I don't want to rebuild the whole board. like rebuild the whole corn. Corn boards are kind of finicky. I'm gonna say that.
Alex says, that's fine with me. A board I can type on is good enough for me. Just a corn that works would be great.
Well,
My coworkers somehow managed to build theirs flawlessly first try, even did low profiles and SMDs. What is this tool? Alex, this is the desoldering gun of doom. I am putting the Borealis. Borealis is on the IKBC MF108. It is a full-size board because I am a dork and I like full-size boards.
That's what she said.
It's true.
She did. You heard it here first.
Was it in 30 minutes or less? Racing Draft, what was in 30 minutes or less?
The delivery?
Oh, yes, the delivery. Yes, it was in 30 minutes or less. Well, no. I mean, if you're talking about the drive time, absolutely not.
That's what I think of your silly controller.
You threw it on the ground.
I popped it off. So I desoldered the top of that one and just popped it off.
Bathius, I did a TKL and 75% for my first two boards and then just an external number pad, so I feel ya. Alex, desoldering guns exist. When the first Corne died, I tried to do all Amazon basic spring-loaded desolder thingy. That's part of the reason I was so aghast when you said you do this part swap. I thought the process would be like 2 hours of desoldering. Nope. Yes, desoldering guns do exist.
Yes,
they're a little pricey, but I think for as often as you do this, or for as often as Josh does this, it's absolutely worth it. Much to the
there's all sorts of desoldering pumps.
Our ears, but
it is loud. But I mean, sorry, boys and girls, it does the job that I need it to do.
It's true. Bathia says, I use a left-handed mouse though, so the ability to put a number pad just above my mouse is actually amazing. The whole new world. Yeah, we've got a lefty here as well, so you prefer having that number pad.
I do.
That extra number pad.
But I use the numpad as WASD instead of WASD for games. So I need that numpad. But that's not even the only reason I need it. Like, I use numpad all the time. Like 99% of the time, if I'm typing a number, it's on the numpad.
Yukio says, yeah, external number pads are very good. You can put it aside when you aren't using it, so you have more desk space, or put it on the left. Racing Giraffe. I love the burp sounds.
Burp, burp. Okay, let's see how this
I use IJKL as WAS.
Okay, so that worked. So now I'm curious to see how the bridging works. Oh, I should not pull that out, but it's fine. Hint, you should not pull
Pat is the juice box. Guns go brr. Davis, you missed out on the Luna. Oh, that's unfortunate. Do you have a link for that one? Disco asks, Josh, you ever mess with trace repair, jumper wires, etc. on a PCB? Yeah, I think you've done that a couple of times.
I do. I have. What level of trace repair are you talking about doing, Disco? Like, I mean, what's the situation, kind of? And yes, and I would be willing to do this if I knew
Disco.
What the issue was. And we, like, when we put this thing together, we soldered, like, we did have to deal with a bunch of issues. But the thing is it was working flawlessly.
No, I'm just curious. It would be good to learn how to do so for myself.
Yeah, so generally speaking, if there's something that's nicked,
Davis, I love that interlocking design on the Luna. That looks really cool.
so generally speaking, if there's a trace that just has like a little tiny bit chunked out, you can scrape the trace around it. You can take like a braided wire and pull one of the strands out, kind of get it straightened out to where you want it, lay it like tin the trace where you scraped it, and kind of like get the solder to flow across it. If you're trying to jumper like one point to another point and you just want to ignore that trace altogether, you just do a wire from one location to another. Kind of my 0.02 on it. Okay, we need to look up one more time. I freaking hate this. I hate doing this. Corne build guide. Oh, come on. Hold on, boys and girls. Oh my god. This guy has a what order these are in. So all of our front ones are working. We're gonna plug this in one more time. Okay. So 1 through 6 are fine. Those are the ones on the back side of the board. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 works. 16. Okay, so 17 to 18 is the sketch part.
Pat is the juice box. Has a question for everyone. In your opinion, which keycap material has the most satisfying sound?
Which what?
Which keycap material has the most satisfying sound? I think that's going to be another one of those preference.
Yeah, I mean,
thingies,
it depends.
but...
Which keycap, what style, profile? What did he actually say? Material? Can you repeat that?
Material. And the sound is, I mean, that's really, I feel like satisfying sound is really a preference thing, because what sounds satisfying to one person might not sound that way to another, but
Correct. Yeah, I agree with that.
Davis says, ooh, this keyboard is exhausting. I'm already tired after seeing that document. Alex says this is Alex. I changed my username so I don't, since I don't use Twitch outside of this. Sorry about making you look up the Corne guides. I also recommended you to my other friends who want a Corne, so I might not be the last.
Might what? Might recommend what?
You've been recommended to his friends that want a Corne, or their friends that want a Corne, so you might not be the last Corne.
It's
Alex
fine. I don't mind
says,
doing them. It's just I wasn't planning on doing this part right now.
I feel like the most important part of a satisfying keyboard feel is the plate the switches are on, even more so than the switch itself. PBT if you like the thock. Do the profiles of the keycaps affect the sound signature too?
Yes, they do, sir.
Indeedly do they do.
And or madam.
Ladies and gentlethems.
Yep, that one.
So Bathia says I'm still trying to get into the whole ergonomic thing. I get the functionality of it, but can't get behind the visual aesthetic to it.
Of ergo? I actually don't get the functionality part. I totally can get behind the aesthetic. Like, I think they look really pretty. I just think they're not actually ergonomic, in my opinion. Like, they don't work ergo for me.
Diva says, all of it contributes, like blueberries are thockier than kiwis, and I love them both. SA gives that thock pop. Pat says, I haven't heard that many aluminum plates, but brass plates with taller profiles sound bassy and thonky AF, and I love it.
Okay, so now what's confusing is I have actually reflown all of these. I think there's something up with the controller area stuff. Just like last time when we took one of these apart. And it's kind of compounded by the fact that when I twist or tweak the board, that happens. So generally speaking, right, we've got this guy and then this guy in the series, and then the rest follow. So you would think that the problem would either be with this LED or this LED, but we've, as far as I can tell, reflown all of those pads. SA is very thocky. I think GMK generally is a really great mix of sound and aesthetics. It's also possible that the LED itself is fried. Either one of them is bad. But I will say, if I'm ever going to do more of these, I'm going to insist that people use the Easy Fit LEDs and the Corne PCBs that do the Easy Fit. Yeah, I think what's happened is either you have an LED that's gone bad, one of these, or the controller itself. has issues.
So Alex says the split part is the biggest deal to me, angling it to match my arm's angle of approach.
Yeah, if you don't actually care about the shine up through the top, then it doesn't matter. At least the blue and the green are active on the bottom, but I think that's just a consequence of the color. So you will have to reflash it to get it to do whatever colors you want, which probably means doing some QMK goodness. If you don't want me to fix that, if you do want me to figure out what's going on with the LEDs, we're not going to do it on this stream, unfortunately. So we are going to do a little just check to make sure that everything's good. We won't be doing a typing test on this board, but we will actually
typing
check
test on something else.
Sure, I'll pull up the HVCP for you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4.
Give the people their typing test.
I mean, I'm down. 4, 4, 2 and 2. I don't know what this one does. I don't know what these actually. Oh, so that one's backspace if you hold. Is this one a layer? Oh, yeah, it does something. Appreciate the help. Yeah, I think it's raised lower. But so here's the deal, man. If you do want it fixed, like I will figure out what's going on with it one way or the other. But I can't guarantee that it won't require a rebuild of this side. And honestly, in the future, if we ever do one of these again, what we should be doing is getting the easy kits. So there is it's not that they're easy, but there's still a lot of work actually. But what they have over these is that instead of having to bridge all of these traces like with a solder drag, they have little wings that come off of them and they just go down, and the PCB has pads that accommodate them, and you just tack them down with solder as per usual. Those little winged ones won't go in here, and vice versa won't work either. So I can just try and replace these two LEDs.
Pat says SA ABS are a thing, but what about SA PBT? We all also have questions about the camera that you use for the overhead and what type of mount.
I use. Okay. So this camera is a Sony A5100, and I have a kit lens on here. I keep meaning to get a better lens, but I doubt I'm going to for this camera. What will probably end up happening is I will put a full frame camera there so right now I'm at 16 millimeters. What will probably end up happening is I will put a full frame camera there with a 24 millimeter f1.4 lens when I finally decide to pony up the money to buy that lens. So there's that, right? This camera right here is a Sony a6000, and I have a Tamron 28-75 f2.8 lens at f2.8. We're shooting wide open with this thing all the time. And then this camera, that is an A7R2, and I'm shooting with the Sony Zeiss Tessar, or no, the Sonar 55 f1.8 prime lens, and it's solid. That is a tack sharp lens, and we are shooting at f1.8. Sometimes I bump it up to like 2.4. Whatever. See, well, I'm never in a rush, so you want to take a look at the LED. Yeah, it's one of these two LEDs. It's got to be. Well, I should not say that, right? Because the only thing that got modified was the controller, but it wasn't working like right when we got it, right? So yeah, it wasn't working right when we got it, so I'm tempted to say that it could just be electrically jacked. Like one of these went bad because it got bumped, or the solder trace got broken. Like I said, it's not the best thing ever, or it could be this control area, but it's probably one of these two LEDs. I am down to replace them. I even have the replacements. You know what? I'm just gonna fucking replace them. Are these them? I have a few different kinds of LEDs here. Oh, it's definitely not those. Those are WS2012s. Okay. No, these are 3050s probably. All right, boys, girls. Boys, girls. Normally we would do this thing under microscope, but microscope's gonna actually make this hard. Sorry. What were you gonna say? I'm gonna go.
I mean, I was just gonna read some stuff, but
yeah,
if you're getting into your corn,
no, go ahead. Read it.
So Bathius says, have any of you guys seen Project Loki, new typing game, typing test thingy?
I have not.
Pat says, do any of the more commercial key brands, if you want to post a link, go ahead. Pat says, do any of the more commercial key brands ever use brass or aluminum plates? If I remember correctly, they mostly use plastic plates. Also, did you see the A7C announcement?
OEM boards usually use steel plates. Did I see what announcement?
The A7C announcement.
I did, and I would be. So the A7C has some really big advantages over even the A7 III. That would be really cool for this to replace this camera right here. However,
Bathius just picked up a Sony A6100.
A6100 is great. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm unlikely to get it because I don't need its compactness. I do want its flip out screen. That's important for streaming. It does not have power delivery. So you can't power it off of USB, which would honestly be the thing that I would want it to do. You can do that with the A7 S3, but I'm unlikely to get an A7 S3. I probably will end up waiting for an A7 IV to come out, which should have most of the features of the A7C and probably power delivery. Then I think I'd probably jump for sure. Sorry, continue.
Pat says the A6100 camera is one of my favorites. That's the camera one of my favorite streamers is getting. If I was more to Sony, there's, oh man, Zeiss Batis 25mm f2 would be up my alley, but alas, I'm a Fuji fanboy. Rathia says, what type of tripod or hookup are you?
Why the 25 f2?
Oh.
Sorry. Go to the thing you were talking about.
What type of tripod or hookup are you using to mount the overhead camera? I'm trying to set up something similar soon. Well, he built a gantry.
Yeah. So much more complex of a question than you think it is.
Yeah, he built a thingy that goes directly into his ceiling. Do you want to show pictures of it when you're done with the build?
I don't have a lot of pictures of it.
Oh, I was thinking of just tilting your actual camera up. Racing Draft, he made a BDSM setup. Kinda. Yeah, like you could suspend a person from that thing. Ikeo says, my 10-year-old Topra Real Force 87U steel plate has started rusting.
Okay, remind me and maybe I'll take a picture of the gantry.
I will remind you. I think there are some up on your Instagram too.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult. Honestly, with that camera, with that 55mm prime lens on it, to get it, it's impossible to get it in frame. Honestly, even at 28mm on a full frame, it's pretty much impossible to get it all in frame. It's really like the camera, or my camera phone can get it mostly in frame.
Beth is saying, I have a bunch of heavy ass mic stands sitting around. I'm thinking of putting a bar above my desk and then legit just wrapping my Gorilla Pod on it.
I mean, it'll work. Like, everybody kind of has come up with their own custom mounting solution for this stuff. I like mine the most, obviously, but even mine is not like fully stable. So I'm using these. So basically, mine is made out of unistrut and 4x4s. Yeah, I'll show you, man. I'll show you. Somehow I'll get it. Yeah, you're trash. I don't want you anymore.
Trash.
Yep, trash.
Trash. Trash.
Okay. Turn my temp way down. Okay, now we're at 555. Cooling it down. Here, let me cool it down a little more. Sinking that heat into that. Okay.
You can't drive 555?
Yeah, something like that.
Pat says F2 is still good enough. Oops, hang on. Pat, F2 is still good enough in low light IMO. Ikea says, I enjoy seeing streamers who haven't set their mic stands up properly being attacked by their microphones.
Right. Are you saying I have not set my mic stand up properly? Are you saying it's not set up properly? Huh? Huh? Huh?
Pat says, I'm a sucker for compact primes, even if that means giving up some low light performance.
I don't disagree with you in some cases, but I don't need these lenses to be compact for what I'm doing, so...
Josh, what is your main work? I don't know if I've asked or not before. What do you do to fund your keyboard addiction? I mean, hobby.
I do like engineering / program management type thing. It's like a mix between all of that. I know that sounds like a weird mix, but it is what it is,
I mean,
man.
It is what it is. You do what you do, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yukio says, no, I meant when it's set up so the stand is off balance and they knock the mic and it hits them in the face. So there's a little bit of schadenfreude going on there. I get it. I see.
Ooh, okay, so that one was bad. I don't know if you guys noticed. That one was bad.
Oh.
And now we have these ones flickering, which probably means that one is bad also. Let me go. It's either bad or its trace is bad or something like that. So we're going to go back to the document.
It feeds the hobby diction well, I'm sure. Yes. The hobby diction. I love that.
The hobby diction. Ooh, no, it would be this one. This is 21. And then 22, 23, 24. So it's either this one or this one. We're gonna go with the one that is flickering as the one, because that seemed to work for us last time. So this one is 22. So we're gonna try and just reflow the joints on them.
Alex asks, were these particularly bad quality LEDs or is it just bad luck? I think I got the LEDs from little keyboards.
Yeah, these are from My Little Keyboards, I think.
I hope they have a My Little Pony themed keyboard. IQ, cameras, keyboard, arcade sticks. You need some cheaper hobbies.
Yeah, no joke, man. Cameras are harsh. I don't actually have an arcade stick. That's not my hobby. Okay, let's try and replace that one, I guess. The part that sucks about this is actually going back and forth, right?
Hey chat, I have a question maybe you guys can help with. At some point, there is a place that will make a custom desk mat for you, and I can't remember the name of the website. Can anybody does anybody know what I'm talking about? And if you have the link, can you put the link in the chat?
Yeah, I don't know the name, but there are quite a few places that will.
I know that it exists. I'm pretty sure Langlandia sent me that a long time ago, but I'm not gonna go dig back in the chat, or dig back in our messages and stuff. Ikeo says it's a gateway drug. Next it will be knives, fountain pens, 9 yards.
Oh, I have knives, and I was at a store that sells fountain pens not that long ago, and I have to admit there was a moment where I was tempted.
One monitor. Oh no.
What the hell?
I'm missing. Bathia says I'm missing my desk setup so much right now. I built a nice massive desk like 2 months ago, and it's in storage due to lengthy, unexpected moving process. Only have room for one of my 3 monitors where I am, and no desk space. I feel that pain. That is not ideal. Is it Inked Gaming? Could be. Let me check. Thanks, Racing Giraffe. Yeah, you can do custom desk mats or desk pads there. Thank you. Thank you for always coming through, chat. Thank you, Racing Giraffe. As a person with way too many fountain pens, run away.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, honestly, insert pens I think are fine too.
Yeah. Bubblesies? X-ray pads. I don't know if they have X-ray pads. Condolences to your wallet. Okay, that's funny. Oh, you're into guitars and basses as well, Pat. I mean, are you into super high end? Because some of the lower end stuff is pretty, but still affordable and good.
You talking about guitars?
Yeah.
Sure, you're not wrong, but I mean, why not get the best if you're there, right?
I mean,
no,
sure,
I mean, the logic is that, right? Like, why not just do it?
I mean, yes and no, because like you're looking at tens of thousands of dollars potentially for some of the high-end basses and guitars versus like maybe a couple $100 for like some of the lower end stuff.
Yeah, but really nice, not super expensive guitars are still like $800 to $1,200.
Davis, cars. Try being into cars and keys.
Oh, I like cars and cubes. And yeah, that sounds like it's painful on your wallet. Okay, come here, Flux. I'm gonna flux you up.
Aw, what the flux?
Ooh, that worked out really well, actually.
Try being into cars, shoes, keys, and percussion. That is expansive.
Bang, bang.
Nice. I like food. The worst part is calories. Amen. Racing giraffe.
Okay. Check this out. Now we fixed.
Davis says I had to make a decision between coilovers and a couple of keys. Feels bad. Aw.
Yikes. That's a tough decision.
Pat says I also
did
build
you pick
PCs and I
Keebs?
want to do some cool stuff. Yeah, clearly Keebs was the winning choice there. Being an audiophile is also a pain in the wallet.
Yeah, it is. You should start selling car parts on your website too. Just saying.
Anyone else have some extra Kiwis they don't want? All right, Bathius. I mean, go for it. Are we talking about drums, keyboard style percussion, or both?
So, which one was hard for us to find? Use for it was one of these, right? Oh no. Are you there?
I'm here.
I locked my computer. I found the lock.
No.
I found the lock button.
I see that. Oh, thank you for that link to the Project Loki.
Sorry. Didn't want to dox my own password. All right. So anyway, so now this works. Yay. I'm done with this. I want to be done with this board. We fixed it.
I have, Pat, I have a guitar and a bass sitting in my closet right now.
A slap at the bass?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. A slap at the bass.
We did it. Hooray!
For keyboards.
Hype.
So we were already missing, if you were here in the beginning of the stream, we were
Your
missing
keys and your gaskets. Nice, Davis.
gooskets. Yeah, so if you were here in the beginning, there is a couple of these standoffs that are missing. I don't know what the deal is with that. And
Nerdgasm inbound. Nice. It was all you guys, chat. You guys had the right. You're sending good vibes. Good job.
there we go. Okay, so
Oh, we have an update from Ozzy on the Zephyr. So you got some keycaps on the Zephyr, but notice some switches seem to really need a very, very hard press of the key before they register. Is this a known issue or holy pandas? I have to be very, very heavy, or very, very heavy typing. Thoughts? Where'd you get the holy pandas from? Because if it was the ones that went wonky,
or if are they Zycos potentially that are like that had their little levies crushed? I guess you sent pictures of the board earlier. I should refer back to them.
unintentional Zycos. They came with it.
Yeah, I mean, Zycos can get their leaves crushed, and that will actually stop them from working in a similar way.
Alex says, I shipped this so long ago, I don't remember if I took the standoffs off to investigate the damage. If they're not there, then I have them around here somewhere.
They may be in the box that you shipped them in, but they definitely weren't attached when I pulled them out of that bubble wrap. I'm not too worried. I just want to make sure that you knew. When we pulled them out of the bubble wrap on stream, they were no bueno.
Oh, Pat, I have a question for you. Epiphone or Epiphany?
Whoa, Epiphone. You just blew my mind. I've literally never heard that before.
I have heard people correct me and say Epiphany, and I'm like, no. No. Epiphone.
I have never heard anyone say Epiphone.
Epiphone or Epiphany?
I mean, I thought it was Epiphany. And my whole life I have.
Nope. Epiphone. Epiphone.
Hold on.
Alex, yes, we're talking about the Gibson subsidiary.
Oh, I was talking about like the word.
No.
I'm like, Epiphany is a word.
The guitar brand.
Oh, yeah. I'm the wrong person to ask about any of that anyway.
No. Pat was talking about how it needs into guitars too, or they are into guitars. So I was like, well,
epitome is a thing that I have heard of, but
sure, but that's not that. Not like epitome. But like I've been corrected by people by saying Epiphone, Epiphone, is pronounced Epiphany, and I'm like, no.
is this how you wanted the layers?
That's fine, says Alex.
I mean, I can. Okay. Or you guys, or you can do it however you want. I don't know. I mean, it can be arranged in pretty much any of these patterns and be good.
Oh, Reddit's asked Josh, what PC specs are you using right now? On the gaming computer, I assume.
Yeah,
Not
I
the
was
streaming
gonna
computer?
say, it kind of depends on which one you're talking about.
Pat, I don't disagree with you at all. I'm like looking at that. If anybody tells me it's Epiphany, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna beat you with a dictionary because you're wrong.
Oof. Tell me how you really feel, TSC.
I mean, I think I was pretty clear, right? Just then.
Not
So Pat said, no, if you talk to actual representatives and people who work at the company, it's Epiphone. Mind my language, but those who say otherwise are fucking dumbasses. I didn't know TSC was so violent. I'm not violent. I'm just passionate. Raising giraffe. I'm just passionate about certain things.
Oh, is that what we're calling it now?
Yeah. Bathius, it's been awesome. Good night, guys. Thank you to everyone. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Bathius, thank you so much for stopping by. We will talk to you later. And we will see you in the next stream as well.
Yeah, bye, man.
Pat, I'm passionate and violent. Nice.
Welcome to America.
Where we're quite passionate and violent. All at the same time.
Truth. Heard it before.
This little alien board is handsome with wood. I think so. I think that's a nice touch. This little alien baby board.
So I like this board. The only case I've seen that I like more is the all aluminum one.
Yukio, I'm passionate about violence.
Fair. That's fair.
America, fuck yeah.
America, fuck yeah.
Coming again to save the mother effing day. Yeah.
Oh.
Alex says the only reason I got this one is because the aluminum was out of stock. I mean, I like the look on this. Is this now? I'm assuming it is, but just because things. Is this actual wood or is this like plastic?
Oh, it's wood.
Okay. I thought it might be plastic that was made to look
No,
like wood grain.
the metal one is the only one that I like more than this one. I actually like this case way more than I thought I would. Like way more. I really, really did not think I would like this case. The first time I saw it, when it came here the first time. But it turns out it's beautiful.
I have a feeling that the wood will cause the thock to be warmer, like a warmer sound, and I think you'll like it.
I mean, the sound profile on these boards is frankly not that good, and I don't mean that in a bad, like, to talk shit about them. It's just one of the weakest points of these boards in general is the sound profile. Not just like this one, but all corns that I've ever seen.
I kind of thought that people would get corns more for the ergonomic aspect than, I mean, yes, for the sound profile, but more for the ergonomic aspect and the aesthetics.
So this, why did I just, okay, I'm a dumbass.
What'd you do?
I didn't put the board in there.
Oh, yeah, that might be helpful.
Yeah.
Does it have anything to do with the corn though? Because it seems like the switch on the switch plate would be the only factor there. But yeah, the corn is definitely for the ergos. Das ergos. That's probably not right, but whatever. I don't know how to say ergonomic in German.
And where is Bounty when we need him?
No
Sleeping on the
kidding.
job.
Oh man. Leaving us high and dry. I don't know German, so you could have pulled that one off. I mean, I could have.
I mean, I just don't know what the article of.
I
don't know what the article is.
If only there was a device
You know
where
what?
you type in a word
You know what?
and you
No.
translate
No.
it into another language.
Unallowed. Disallowed. You aren't allowed to use those tools. Those are against the rules
That you've just made up?
that I've just made up.
So Alex says, so the Corne is obviously a miserable thing to build. What is your favorite ergo cube to build? I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Rukia.
Well, okay, so ergonomic board in general or ergo split board like this? It doesn't matter, man. You don't owe me a great board. You owe me whatever board you want.
He says, I'll allow any ergo, but I thought most ergos were split.
Yeah, so non-split boards, most by quantity maybe, but like Alice, Rukia, LZ Physics, like the one that's right here. Well, you can't see it anymore because I'm way too zoomed in. So let me zoom out in a second, and I'll show that one off.
EQ says, I hope you got a discount. Someone broke your board in half.
Right. It's really not that big of a deal, man. Replacing these two LEDs is not the end of the world. I was just like contemplating not doing it on stream. So this one's pretty good. Rukia is pretty good. I like that this is like pseudo 65% personally. But if you like tiny keyboards, as much as I hate building these, the result, it's probably this one. Of the little kit ergo split boards, this is the one. And this case is really nice. I do prefer that metal one, but this is a nice case. It looks like it's like that. Yeah, the Argyle might be nice. Show me that one that you're talking about.
Alex, are you in the
you have a link?
40% group in the Clack Fancy Discord? Oh, all right. Well, I will post the links for Clack Fancy.
Ooh, yeah, get that link.
We need to update the
Yeah, don't run the command. It's bad.
The command is good, but the date is wrong for the next one.
Well, because the date has the previous one.
Right, but the
So
link is
digital
still good.
meetups, yo. Digital meetups. If all you guys want to go to digital meetups, join us at the next Clack Fancy, which is October
24th.
24th.
That's Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern time? Let me check.
Why would anyone pick Eastern time?
I,
So few
Because
people
it's a-
in the
it's a
cube
time.
hobby live East Coast. Not that there's none. There are some, plenty in fact, but not by
because
percentage.
the GMT time would be 1700, 2100, which is
I'm actually
4 to
fine.
8.
I'm actually fine with them just using GMT time. That's fine.
yeah.
That's acceptable.
So this link will go to the correct Discord. It's just this.
You know what, Racing Giraffe? Stop being a negative Nancy. I'm messing with you, man. I'm messing with you. Hey, you know what?
Racing
the meetup.
Giraffe,
The,
he's being sassy today.
the social aspect of the meetup was actually still really awesome. I met
am
some people
so
that I'd never
happy.
gotten to hang out with before.
Absolutely. Davis, we met Davis at the first Clack Fancy. There's been a whole bunch of other people that have stopped by, and it's a really good time. So you guys should definitely stop by if you are available on that day. It's a Saturday, pretty much it's a Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning in the US. So yeah.
You
Come
will
hang
need
out
a
with us.
very slim connector in order to plug in on this side, or you will need to trim the wood itself down with a USB-C. On this side, the USB-C plugs in just fine. Just letting you know. I don't know which side you want to use as primary, but it's a thing worth noting.
Davis says, I like the Argyle, but I got the Disarray because cool. That's fair.
I don't disagree, man.
Clack Fancy was so much fun, especially when it got to kind of the end or like the after hours part where we like everybody had a little bit of a drink and we were just shooting the shit. It was pretty fun.
Where's my A? Oh, it's tap only.
Yeah, they're A. You guys aren't having a little bit of a drink and shooting the shit now. No, we're not. This is a 100% sober stream here. I mean, Davis, yes, we are.
Okay. Yeah, so like because of just the way this case is shaped, and it's possible you can loosen some of these joints and get it in there. Like literally just the thickness of that heat shrink is too much. So you'll have to have a very slim profile in order to use USB-C on this side. I'm just letting you know, like this side, my connector plugs in just fine. And obviously we tested all the lights and stuff. So this board is donezo. I'm gonna set it up here.
It's fine. I'll be a lefty for you.
I'm gonna set it up there. And are we gonna do a typing test on a board? Is that what we were gonna do?
You're gonna do a typing test
All
on
right.
the HBCP.
Well, I will
but
give you the option.
You're supposed to show the gantry, but Bathius isn't here.
Okay, I'll tell you what
So
I'm gonna do.
Guess you can take pictures and put them in Discord.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take pictures and I'm gonna put them in Discord because I need to use my phone to do it.
Right. So
10
Alex
hours is
says,
like-
I
You're
will
not-
send you
you're not
pics
wrong.
of the assembled board in its home. By my count, you've put at least 10 hours into this.
Hold on. May not want that image up. Trash. Yes. Sorry. Okay. I got the images for you guys. You're going to have to go on over to the Discord and I will
Ooh.
upload them.
To the Discord. Discord. Bitter Seeds, thank you for joining us on Discord.
It'll be in Post Your Keep Pics.
There it is. Or there they are. Oh,
Yar.
there they are.
So this is incentive for all of you to head on over to my Discord. if you aren't already members, you should go join it. Link below. Also, I'll get you guys an instant invite just to put up there right now.
I mean, we have one.
Yep, but I'll get you another one. Expire after never. Maximum number of uses, no limit. Generate a link. Or use this one. No keeb. Or this one, whatever. My end game mounting two halves like onto a that's actually pretty cool. That would be hard to do with this one. All right, so are we gonna do HBCP typing test, or do I need to put keycaps on my iron?
Keycaps on the iron, please.
Which I have yet to do.
I feel
I've
like
never
keycaps on the
typed on it.
iron is good, because then we can vote on keycaps on the iron.
No, you're not gonna be able to vote on them either way.
Well, fine.
But I will choose good ones.
Oh, will you? I don't know if I trust you to choose good ones.
Okay, don't care. Turn that off. All right. So we're doing the iron. Is that what you wanted me to do?
What do you guys think? Do you want to do the iron, or do you want to see the HBCP in action?
Granted, I mean, like, I'm gonna be honest. The HBCP sounds awesome.
It does.
Rat eats, thanks, man.
It really does.
You know what? Let's we're gonna do the HBCP. Okay.
Oh, somebody made an executive decision.
I did. Because I am an executive. Boom. Get ready, y'all.
I'm just telling you guys right now. Next time, I'm just gonna steal that board. It's not getting it back.
That's lies.
I'm gonna thief it. You're not gonna notice it.
Next time I visit, I am visiting armed. To prevent you from thieving my keep.
You would hurt your mod for thieving your keeb?
No, I would not. All right, are we gonna do this? Are we gonna do this typing?
Ooh. Yes. Ratty said that I'll send you some pics when I'm done building the PC. That's awesome.
Yes.
Your setup is a blessing from God.
Pretty good. It's pretty good. I like my setup. I'm not gonna lie. I am pretty proud of it. All right. Let me turn off the portable, other AC in here. All right, boys, girls. All right, boys, girls. And
Ladies and gentledoms.
ladies and gentledoms, are you ready? Are you ready for that Shoko action? That Shoko goodness?
Shoko it up.
Ooh. Shoki it to me. Shoko it to me. All right, you ready?
I mean, we were born ready, right, chat? Let's do this.
I've heard that about all of you. Okay. All right. Let's get this.
Time for some monkey type.
Yeah, do we have a setting for... Is there
I don't know if there's a Shoko setting in there.
If it does, it probably doesn't look good. because it's gonna be
Don't
way
know.
light up here. Maybe it does look good.
There's a Mizu setting.
No, there's Shoko.
Oh, well, heckin' hex.
Al Hex.
That all hex, all of the hex. Davis, that is a shiny set, but that's why he got 2 more.
Maybe not the best, but okay. Not terrible. I made some silly mistakes. I lost focus. There was like a little tiny fly that got in here somehow. So
No,
a couple times. Excuses.
not the
Excuses.
fly.
No, I actually feel like it mostly went okay. What do you think? What do you think?
I
Sounds
think
good.
so.
Sounds good at least, right? I mean,
Heiny Bush, sir. That is a lot of shine because that is his most used keyboard. That is the daily driver.
oh yeah. We'll get a pic of the shine. We'll get a pic of
But
this.
thank you for the
shine.
sub, sir.
Thank you so much, man. I got to admit, man, this is still one of the best sounding boards I own. No effing joke.
I was able to
Hold on one
try
sec.
it.
Hold on.
Okay.
Also, it has this key. I just want you all to know. I'm proud of that one. Okay, continue. Sorry, TSC. Cut you off.
Oh no. I was just saying I was able to try it because we did some gaming when you stopped by, and
Yes.
Heiny Bush, man, yes. This is an awesome board. I love the typing experience on this one. It was fantastic.
Give me one sec. Oh, also, Heine, I don't know if you saw this. I don't know if you saw this, buddy, but look at this.
Oh, I don't know if he's here anymore.
Oh, I hope he didn't leave.
I think it was a drive-by subbing.
It happens. It happens. What are you gonna do? But no joke.
Unless chat stalled out, I'm not sure.
Look at that shine, though.
It's pretty shiny.
Glossy. Look at this.
Quite.
Look at that top row.
Quite.
Quite shined. Also, it has that button. I just want you to know that's my favorite button.
Which button?
Bottom row function.
Nice.
Bottom row 1.5U FN.
Alex, thank you so much for the
Thanks, man.
tier 2 subs.
Oh, Heine's resub was for 16 months. Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
That's pretty spectacular. I think he's probably close to as long as I've been subbed.
Right up where you're at, I think, actually.
Close.
So hold on one second. Oh no. Sorry. sorry.
Earthquake.
Never mind. I'm not gonna do it. I'm ruining it. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I was trying to shine. I know. I'm sorry. I put a light on that camera, and I was trying to shine the light down so that it got more white light on this. But anyway, whatever. It's quite nice. Quite
You
nice.
whatever.
Those California earthquakes. I know, right?
Right.
But I will say,
Alex says, as a Seattleite, I hope you guys are doing okay with the smoke. I hope you're doing okay. It's pretty bad. I saw some pictures of Seattle, and it's pretty terrible up there.
so
Davis, have a great night. Get some rest. Thank you.
so when
I can't guarantee being flexy without you, but Josh may be able to resist being a little flexy without you being here. But yeah, see you
Goodbye,
next time.
Davis.
We'll be
Have a great
back
one.
on Sunday.
Yeah, so the air is terrible here, buddy. I don't know what the AQI here is. What's a good site to look up AQI? Because usually I just go to various, like, wherever the F I want on the internets. I don't know anything about Apple Maps. Sorry. airnow.gov.
My weather app gives me air quality as well. Portland says very
Not
unhealthy air
available?
quality right now. Southern California, unhealthy air quality for sensitive groups.
So a city 45 minutes away from me says 122, but when I type my zip code in, so that's the between 100 and 150, it's unhealthy for sensitive groups. When I type my actual one in it says air quality forecast. 151. Never mind. 151. 151. 270 where you're at. Good lord. 270 is abysmal.
That's bad.
Yeah, this isn't as bad as it's been, though. It has been worse. Are you like north of Fresno or something like that? 270? No, 151 isn't good either. Oh, downtown Seattle. Yeah. So
my AQI is 43.
For a little while, for like about a week, where I'm at was actually the worst air quality in the world. Actually. But it appears visibly very, very low quality outside right now. It's not the worst it's ever been here, though, or it's been in the last few weeks. So the crazy thing is I was on vacation. I was on vacation last week, right? So I was traveling, and I mean, I was in the Midwest. Like when I was up where TSC is, there's no, the air quality was perfect. It was great. And then I drove back, so I got about halfway through Utah.
Oh, Sark.
About halfway through Utah, and I could start to see the smoke. And the entire way home from there, it was there. I could see the smoke. It looked like Blade Runner 25 or 2049 here last week. Yeah, no joke,
Sark
dude.
says, back over the Christmas break, some parts of Australia hit 7,700 AQI. That's insane. Jax of Static, thank you for the tier
Thanks,
1
Jax
sub.
Static. Appreciate
Good
it, man.
to see you, my friend.
Did you know you can buy canned fresh air? I didn't.
Here,
Here,
you
start
can
now.
start now.
We're literally like ending. What are you doing? Jax,
Like,
man,
what was
it's good
that?
to
Was
see you,
it
though.
Spaceballs that had canned fresh air? The Perry air?
Yeah, the air quality here is pretty bad. Not gonna lie. Pretty bad. All right, boys, girls, ladies and germs, literally
Ladies
everyone.
and gentledoms.
Thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you so much for hanging out. I don't know if anyone is streaming other than us right now. We're usually the latest, but there may be somebody.
Critter fishing?
Yeah. I mean, I always target. Oh, Kimchi
I know,
Jody Boy's
but I
on.
love critter vision. Oh,
We're going to do Kimchi. He might be ending soon. So let's rate him.
all right. Quickly.
Okay. All right, guys. It's been really fun.
We will see you guys again on Sunday at
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Pacific, noon Central, and do the math for your own time zone.
Oh, you know we will be. You know we will be. We'll see you guys then. Thank you guys so much for your time. Thanks for hanging out. Can't wait to see you guys next time. Bye.
See you guys later. Bye.